I mean, let me think if I can remember everything that happened.
Maybe this music will play.
Someone's birthday.
Sweet.
Okay, so... Oh, do you want to go?
Go ahead. No, I just remember this one phrase sticks out in my mind. Are these babies small enough to not be difficult terrain? May or may not be indicative of the entire session.
Yeah. D&D players say the darndest things. It's coming to TV this fall. So,
All right, so let me see if I can remember everything. So I thought we could go and talk some sense into these cultists after we got the information from the couple shopkeepers out in that one area of Saltmarsh. We thought we could, pose as I could pose as a cultist and like join their ranks. And like their requirement was that Ada had to be dead. That was like their first mission they gave to me, and so I thought I could, like a good little soldier, like wrap it up like nice and clean in an hour or so. Like I don't know how long it takes to like kill people these days, but apparently they're super impressed. And so I went there and things didn't go so well. I showed them Ada's dead body. We showed up for that. I got from that cake store, but they weren't having it. So a whole fight broke out. It was crazy. I don't think I did much. I kind of just turned into gas and floated away. Everyone else kind of, handled it. I mean, it was kind of... So after that, we captured Lady Head Cultist from the Jamba Juice cellar, and we took her. I don't know. And then we took her to, I guess, their buddies. I guess they call him Surfer Thor. I think I'm not.
Oh, you're doing fine. Keep going.
She wanted to prostrate herself. She's going crazy. She had this whole cult thing going on, and I am not really sure on the details and how this whole demon dots goes. There's described as like a snake lady who had a bunch of arms, and then it was something in the ocean. She thinks the end times are coming, and so she just went off the freaking deep end. So now, well, here we are. I've got my torture tools and I've got a crazy lady. So let's get to work.
All right. Take your DM inspiration and we will resume where we left off, which is in the Temple of Valkyr, which, let's see, according to the calendar, it was like 2 a.m. Okay. Good time for an interrogation. All right. So, yeah, if you're wondering about the Temple of Valkyr, like architecture and whatnot, I have discovered this lovely picture. That's a pretty good job of kind of summing up the stoic, semi-Norseness of it all. And you guys are there with, Welgar, and he has cast Zone of Truth. So, first and foremost, you guys already checked to see if they failed, because you set them up to do poorly on it, and now they are at your mercy. So 10 minutes, I believe. Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Hey, Skull, poke something with your spear to show what happens.
And 3, 2, 1. Zone of Truth has been cast. What are you going to do?
All right, Skull, you had the questions, right?
I made some questions.
What do we ask her?
I mean, for the most part, those look good. I think we should just probably run with the majority of those.
Ask your questions, Skull.
Okay, I'll do it.
And show what happens
All
if we don't get what we want.
Oh, wait, it starts up here. All right, so let's ask right off the bat. Who recruited you and where are they now?
Okay.
The cult of Maryland.
Who is this? Are all of these questions addressed at the main individual?
Yeah, for the most part, I didn't.
Okay, got it. sorry, that was too upbeat for interrogating these people. This might be too upbeat too. I don't know. I'm trying out new music. Yeah, you look over at Oriel Stormrack, this lady right here, and you ask her, who recruited you? Is that the question?
Yeah, to the cult of the Merilith. Or Scarlet Brotherhood.
Okay. She looks at you and she says, a very rich man.
Oh my god. Names.
What is his name? Yeah.
She kind of narrows her eyes in a bit of frustration at that question. And she says, I don't understand the question.
Ask her.
Also, this music is killing me. Hold on.
Okay.
It's like
she's playing hard to get. Okay.
Well, she can be.
If he were an animal, what animal would he most resemble?
Okay. Now you're getting somewhere. Let me see. Hold on.
Does his name rhyme with iron water?
These are some pretty good questions there. Oh man. Let's see. We'll go with this semi-spooky
Anyone,
music.
please chime in for these questions. I just brainstormed some,
Okay.
but if anyone wants to.
Oh, your list of questions is pretty good.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, just
All right.
remember that they can be completely.
So anytime I have to look up something, I will of course pause your timer.
Okay.
Totally. All right. Which is right now because I had the name and then it flew out of my mind as I was thinking about music. So let me look them up real quick. I mean, that should be a big giveaway that it's not what's his face, because I wouldn't have to look it up. Yeah.
Except you just called him what's his face, so maybe you do.
Yeah, keeping 5 worlds straight and real life is becoming increasingly difficult. I will confess to that.
I was a camp counselor for a while, and all the kids for one week were just dude. All of them were dude, and no one noticed I was calling them all dude and dudette.
Nice, slick. So, or kid. You just call them all kid, and you ruffle one's hair so like they know you're that guy from every movie and book. You know, hey kid. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. She kind of like chokes out the words a bit. And she says, Solmore. Skerren Solmore.
And where does Skerren live? In Saltmarsh?
Yes. Locals to the town. You know that the Solmore family owns several buildings in town and homes. The largest is a personal mansion of the Solmore family. They have a trading fleet, and they specialize in secure storage for expensive goods and transport of expensive goods. Yeah, it kind of sounds like Prime Orders, but like a different family.
All right.
That tracks with what Sigma told us, I think. I think she said Scarran Wave Chaser when we first interrogated her. Anyway. Right.
What current plans does the cult have for Saltmarsh? Yeah, he'll stop there.
What plans does the cult have for Saltmarsh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She says the cult wishes to have the town return to. She's kind of like fighting against the spell. The cult wishes that the town would return to its roots, return to the old ways.
Gosh, she's being difficult.
Okay. I'll look over to Welgar, and this one's for him. I'll ask her, when did she lose faith in Valkyr?
What? Oh, yeah. Welgar kind of looks surprised, and he says, "Well, we had a falling out several weeks ago, but I did not think I did not think it was this that was causing it. I simply thought that she was young and angry about being assigned duties here in Saltmarsh instead of being allowed to roam free in the north and the seas. Had I kept my eyes open and my ears, I perhaps could have known that things were going this poorly, that she had fallen so far. And he just looks really pained and upset as he kind of looks over at her.
Who do you deliver the people and children in the swamps? Who do you give them to?
Okay. She kind of narrows her eyes yet again as she sort of struggles not to tell you, and she says, there is a Yuanti. He oversees the operations in the swamps.
I'll pull out.
Where would we find him?
Yeah, I was gonna pull out Illyria's map and ask her to point on the map where they make the trades, where they drop them off.
Technically, you'd have to, suggest that she does that because the Zone of Truth is simply answering questions.
Right. Okay. That's we talked about
so she,
that. Worth a try, though.
Yeah. So she definitely does not willingly do that.
Since you've suggested it, Crash, I will actually cast suggestion.
Oh, fair enough.
And ask her to point on the map where they
curses. Okay. Let's see.
She does get a wisdom saving throw.
All right,
is she
here we
still
go.
baned from Therese spell?
Okay. What does it last a minute, Bane?
Not sure. Check.
Yeah. I mean, she failed with a nat 1, so I don't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you suggest that she marks on the map exactly where this is located?
Yeah.
Okay. With a shaking hand and a disgusted face, she takes the pen from you and she stabs a hole in your map. But where she stabbed a hole is more than likely the destination.
Okay. I'll tear her arm away so she doesn't ruin any more of the map.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there any passwords or special phrases that you must speak or special signs that you must do to prove that you belong when you make the trades?
Yeah, so she kind of looks to you and she says, if you have made it that far, you are either supposed to be there or you are already dead. The Yuanti has powerful mind magic. He will know. He will know.
Are there more cultist cells in the city other than yours?
She kind of closes her eyes for a second and she says, yes, there are.
Are there more than 2?
She says, not that I know of.
Are there current plans to attempt to kill Miss Ada?
She breathes in deep and says, yes. But
And what-
those plans have already reached. Wait. And she kind of like looks over at Pharos.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well.
And her face turns into like just a long flat line for a mouth as she realizes only now that she has been double duped. Because you shouldn't make int your dump stat, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Who else in Saltmarsh supports your cause?
She kind of narrows her eyes at you and she says, there are many who support what we hope to do, and many more who wish to have their secrets kept secret.
Why the Jamba Juice? Why that building? For their ceremonies?
It was owned by the Solmore family. They gave it to us to use as a cover.
How many other? Do we know how many other buildings like the Solmore's own, or do we know anything that they may own?
Yeah, the Solmores, you could easily get that information by going to like a city council person or the I want to call it the town hall, but like I think they call it the town hall actually. Yeah, but that's publicly available knowledge that you can get. Yeah.
Have you heard of cultists going to ball at Daggerford in 2 days?
She kind of looks at you and she says, I have not heard of anyone going to the ball. I have heard of the ball. I have heard of Daggerford. There are cultists already in Daggerford.
Right.
Does your cult work
Are
with
you-
Sahaugen?
She kind of looks at you and says, from time to time.
How many more cultists are we dealing with? Like
What?
a number? Is the number like true or false? Is the number of cultists in the cult like more than 50?
She kind of shrugs and she's like, I have dealt with at least 30 people.
All right.
I did not get their names all the time. Some are human, some are gnolls. There are lizard folk. There are the Huanti.
It's the Solmores, right? Is the name of the group, the family?
Yes, Solmor.
Do the Solmores know who run the other cultist cells?
She says, I would not know. I simply ran the operation in Crabber's Cove.
What are the names of the other cultists in your cell?
All right. For expediency, she rattles us off a list of 14 names.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not in the habit of knowing the name of every cultist, so
Fine.
I apologize. But yeah, she rattles off a list of 14 different names.
And would any of them be prominent, like, or they're just like Joe Schmo and?
Yeah. Other than Solmore, there aren't any that kind of jump out as like well-to-do people. Like a lot of them just sound like laborers. People that sort of lamplighters. messengers, just, like blue collar tradesman type jobs.
What do they need?
You're pretty sure a couple of them might be children that you've seen or heard about.
Not Gundela, no. What does Vilsar need children and people for? What's he doing with them in the swamps?
And she just sort of looks at you and she says, change takes many resources, and the slave trade is a very profitable way to gain resources quickly. At first, it bothered me quite a bit, but I soon came to understand that in the end, for a few to die so that many could prosper, this is the way that the old world used to operate on. It is the way that things must return to. In time, you too will see things differently.
And yet,
But what happens to the people that are taken to the swamp? I do not know. I never seen anyone return from the swamp, except my own men who took the people there. You have any other questions for him?
Yeah, switching gears, I guess. Do you know anything of the Sun Elf serial killer?
She kind of spits a little bit, and she says, a serial killer implies that there is some sort of reason behind the killings. Whatever that creature is, it only wears the skin of an elf. It is a beast. Its prey is half-eaten, organs missing, lacerations.
do you know where we might find it?
Go where the guards refuse. Crabber's Cove and other such places. The beast is an opportunist. It hunts those who are alone or drunk or both. The homeless, the orphaned. These attacks are not something new. They have been happening for weeks. They were especially bad when the moon was full.
Oh. Silvered weapons, everyone.
Working with Sahaugen, did you know the name of the barons you were dealing with?
She kind of screws up her face. She says, no.
Yeah.
They simply purchased from us elves and half-elves.
Have you had any dealings with Gellin Primewater?
She kind of scrunches up her face and she says, oh.
I need to get that right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, she as she's just about to tell you about Gellin Primewater, the duration of the spell goes. And she says, of course, Gellin Primewater is the leader of the cult.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Uh-huh.
Really? Well,
She seems pretty satisfied that you guys believed her whopper. So
We did. Yep. Definitely him.
So, we know there's more cults. We know we're gonna have to go to the swamp to deal with this eventually. Maybe we should just kill her now. But I'm gonna kind of like turn my face when I say that, so that way I'm not like super serious. Like people don't think I'm serious.
well, I mean, Welgar would, probably want to take her
Yeah.
into custody and, have her processed with the law and shit,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Or
you
she
guys,
could leave her to us. Or she,
because you
No.
guys, live
We're
in
all-
society. You live in society, right? I mean, I'm
We're-
pretty sure that's like a thing that you do. Yeah.
we could take her to the city guard, right?
I just look.
They're all good guys, right? You're all good guys, right? Yeah.
Everyone trusts everyone
Yeah.
implicitly.
Vigilante justice is real. Oh my god.
I just give her to Welgar. I don't.
I-
This is
Yeah.
this acolyte.
I think we give her to Welgar, like Skull said.
Do we want to burn another zone of truth? Do we have anything worth asking anymore? Does anybody have anything else?
Don't.
I mean, I kind of want to know if she likes cats or dogs more, but other than that, I'm cool. So
All right.
All right. Anybody have anything else for this this witness before they're basically handed over to the authorities?
I'm good. I don't have anything.
Yeah,
No,
I can't
I
think of
think-
anything. So
yeah.
She wants to hand over the reins of her cult. That's all I got.
Well, I mean, you get the feeling after speaking with her that she's definitely like in charge of like the 14 names that she gave. Some of which are dead, because you fought them. But that she doesn't like. I mean, she operated out of a friggin' fake Jamba Juice. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows stuff, but she's definitely, for probably the reason that's happening right now, was not given like the full story. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they were like, here's our manifesto, here's our full global roster. When you have a clandestine organization, you only give your operatives the information that they need to do the job you need them to do. That being said, those of you who maybe have like a criminal background or a kind of an edgy background, you kind of get the feels that you did a pretty good job as far as covering all the bases of like information.
What she was
So-
worth, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
we
so
knew
you-
more now than we
yeah.
did. So
Yeah. And what do you all think about telling City God about 14 names we learned tonight?
Ooh,
Um,
like a
I
could
think
be
we
like
should
snatched
we should,
up in the night.
We should let them know that there's more cultist cells, that the Soulmores are kind of
yeah, but
supporting.
rich, influential
funding.
family. We're gonna probably have to.
Yeah, the Soulmore is probably going to be the only problematic one. Like, you guys are at a sufficient strength that if you were like, we want to round up whoever's left alive on this 14 names, I would pretty much just have it be like a skill challenge. And it would be like, can you track them down? Can you catch them? Like, it would be like a mini game kind of thing, because like the actual like going to every location and fighting them, it would be a joke. Like, you guys would generally outnumber them, catch them by surprise. Like, that wouldn't be a problem. If you involve the authorities, right, it would be reliant on them to take care of it. If you offered to help the authorities, it would essentially be even simpler. Like, we'd almost treat it as like a downtime thing. Like, you spend X number of days rounding up all the cultists, kind of thing. So, there's that aspect of it.
Yeah, I was gonna
If
say-
you
I
have other
help
plans,
authorities.
yeah, if you have other plans of dealing with the cultists that are outside of those, I'm open to, suggestions of how you want to handle it.
Because at least we can take her along with Welgar, he can help support the fact that she told all of this stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, and maybe we
Under-
leave the Soulmoors out of it for now, but we get the other people. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But the
mean,
Soulmarsh are gonna
here's
know.
the thing. Yeah, slavery, right, ain't cool in this part of the world. Like further north, where the barbarians do their business and all that jazz, survival of the fittest, strong rule of the weak, could be part of why she didn't feel too bad about the slavery after a while, because Uthgard tribes, they're kind of savage, they, that kind of thing. So she has that sort of background where, hey, I guess it's justified. Further south of your location, down in Kalisham and all that, slavers out the wazoo, whatevs. But here, in the stretch of coastline that is the Sword Coast, they are not okay with slavers. So she will be going to prison, like 100%. As a spellcaster, of course, they'll more than likely, like, break her fingers, or if they have the budget for it, there'll be shackles that prevent the use of magic, but they'll have to do special precautions for her being a spellcaster, blah, 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 blah. I mean, since she's not from a super rich, influential family, inevitably, they'll probably just have her executed, because it's cheaper than trying to keep a spellcaster as a prisoner. Really just kind of depends on how things pan out up in Waterdeep, essentially. So, because Saltmarsh is not really equipped to keep long-term prisoners, especially not long-term magical prisoners. So they have an arrangement with the Waterdeep prison system that they send their stuff up to Waterdeep, and they do have to pay like taxes to Waterdeep for that service. So if anybody really cares, but anyways, I don't know. I kind of find like the different independent cities and city states and how they interact a little interesting. But yeah, so that's probably what will happen to both of these cultists. Or the one cultist, I don't think she could do any magic. She's just a thug, so she'll probably just go into prison, maybe get out someday. I don't know. But yeah, for being associated with slavery, that in and of itself is going to be a problem. And then if they can get any other things like murder, human sacrifice, those kind of things, it would just compound the situation.
Even like the moral compass of the average person, even when they heard slavery, even if they were on the fence about, I want to be a cultist, then they hear about slavery. Is that the kind of thing where, they'd still be against it? Or
well, in this part of the world, right, it is considered evil to own slaves, to enslave people. Like, it is, in this part of the world, because again, good and evil, subjective, blah blah. We're basing our definition of good and evil off of the Sword Coast, the region of the Sword Coast that you guys are in. So morally, like, they would, people would say these are bad people, and legally they have broken the law. So yeah, turning them over to the authorities, like, is the right thing to do for you guys, of course, because being vigilantes it only can stretch so far before you start kind of pissing off the people in power, especially if you were in a position where you didn't need to kill like a prisoner and you did it anyways. That's where they start to kind of view you guys less and less as adventurers and more as vigilantes, when you start sort of just literally taking the law into your own hands. So what happens outside of the city, what happens when you're quote unquote self-defending yourself, saving your friend from being murdered in a basement, things like that, that's cool. But at this point, especially with Wellhand brought into it and all that, he's he's definitely going to want the two ladies turned over to the authorities.
Yeah.
Can I ask him what he thinks if we have a case to take against the Soulmoors?
So he says, well, I've been thinking about that. We have these two cultists. One is my former apprentice. And they, under the compulsion of magic, have confessed to these things. it would certainly be enough that Eleander could open an investigation against the family, but they are wealthy enough and influential enough that it could not just result in guards showing up at the Saltmarsh mansion and arresting everyone. One thing that was said tonight that rings true is that resources and money, they are required for change. In this case, the resources and money will prevent change.
Hmm.
Until there is more to pin on the Saltmarsh, it would be hard to just outright accuse them. You are also affiliated with the Prime Water, and he is a business rival of theirs. They will likely say that whatever you are doing and saying is under his instruction to try and ruin their business.
Yeah. I can keep an eye on him for now. We maybe
probably
round
need
up
to-
the rest of these cultists on this list.
No matter what anyone says, I believe that Eleander is a good man and a good guard captain. I do not see a problem with letting him know everything that has transpired tonight.
At the very least,
that
you can
the
keep
s-
an eye on him.
Isn't he one of the? Was he one of the ones that we dealt with in the?
He's the
very
guard
early
captain.
on?
He's from Daggerford. Yeah, he interrogated us when we came back from the
I think he was referred to as library daddy by somebody
Yeah.
at one point. I'm not sure.
two of our party members' best friends.
Library.
He's Jon Snow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, because here's the dude you're talking to right now. But then we've got Eleander, who operates out of Hull Watchtower, blah 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 blah. Guard captain, retired Eldrick Knight, has a fancy house overlooking the water with his retired adventurer money. That guy.
Yeah.
But he's also the one that really pisses off Ida because he believes the town would be better off taking the pro-offered alliance with Daggerford. So even though he is considered by many to be a super good guy, and I mean has done, as far as I could tell, nothing that you guys would just think of as bad. Ida can't stand the guy, and by association, Prime Water. I think Prime Water was on record with you guys as saying that he respects the guy's abilities, but not the guy, kind of thing. So he's constantly sort of undermining Eleander's efforts in the town, simply because of the Daggerford connection.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, what did Daggerford do to anybody?
Well, the independent merchants of Saltmarsh are also the town council people of Saltmarsh. So if they gave up the sovereignty of the city to a greater power, they risk losing the control they have over the city, and by association, the protection that control gives them over their businesses.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of where what you guys are starting. The longer you're embroiled in this, that's kind of the picture that's being painted, right? Because every local business owner, right, that you've talked to doesn't like the Daggerford situation. And by association, they're all also council members. And the council runs the city. So again, if the city gave up its sovereignty, it would be giving up a certain amount of power to the Duchess of Daggerford, which would then have the potential to change everything about their way of life and their income, essentially. Eleander has argued that Daggerford is large, has a lot of resources, and Saltmarsh is dealing with a lot of problems. Saltmarsh has always dealt with a lot of problems, and the people of Saltmarsh shouldn't have to struggle as much as they have. And I believe behind closed doors, he mentioned to two of the members of the party that he feels that if Daggerford had been there the whole time to support Saltmarsh wouldn't have made some of the more messy decisions that they made long ago. Because there is sort of that whole ghost of Saltmarsh thing going on. Yeah. So a lot of pieces in play. A lot of pieces in play here. Those of you who are local to the town, you also know that Salmore is a member of the city council. So that could be problematic.
I should work on getting on this council.
Yes, Pharaoh's for president or council member.
Make Saltmarsh great again.
A lot of oof.
Oh,
maybe
too
not.
Too soon.
Yeah. God, every day I have to send him emotional support tweets because he's having such a bad time at work. Hang in there, Donnie. Hang in there. Anyways, so armed with this knowledge at roughly 3:00 in the morning, what are y'all up to now?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm out of spells.
Plus, look at those bags under your eyes. You can't be going to a party looking like that.
Nikolai, I think we alert town guard for cultists, not the Soulmores. And then I'm also like tired as butt, so that would be cool if we slept.
Okay. Do you want to wait till morning to alert Eleander, who is probably at 3 a.m. asleep at his house?
I think we can wait. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with these
fine
two in
with
the meantime?
I mean, it's not just like a building with this one beef-ass former adventuring cleric barbarian. Like, he has, staff and shit. So, like, there's like temple guards and acolytes and groundskeepers. There's a whole staff there. So
Yeah, as long as he's comfortable with.
Yeah. And more than likely, as sort of like a penance, he's going to probably stay up and keep an eye on them and, not rest until this has sort of been settled, because he seems like the kind of guy that, once he's kind of set his mind to something, he's going to stick to it. Mm-hmm. All right. In that case, yeah?
I do want to pull Wolgar aside for a moment.
Sure.
Basically explain to him, I opened a box that I probably shouldn't have, and ever since I've had this colloquially called
you need to remove curse. You get cursed a lot.
I know.
Yes.
I should be more careful.
All right, and he calls upon the power of Volcure to cure your curse. You feel the hundreds of tabaxi souls that were slowly giving you cancer go away. So
I thought I was gonna turn into a cat. That's what me and Illyria were thinking. Like, I'm gonna turn into a cat, and she's gonna dress me up, and that's gonna be real bad.
That would have been fantastic.
It would have been. I agree.
And then then I put 100 gold in his alms box to thank him.
Actually,
right.
Can we just like retcon that and have you turn into a cat skull? Because that would be so fun.
There is a very hard to discover but very awesome side quest in this campaign. But I can't say anything more about it. But your comment about the cats did jog my memory about it. So
was it that journal that was in that water when we were escaping out of the ship? Maybe.
No, all that did was totally explain what the hell happened with like the tabaxi zombies, the fungus stuff, and it was just plot exposition, so that you could have some closure about why the hell did we go on this adventure and what the hell was going on. So no big deal. No big deal.
All right, cool. Well, I thank him and I give him a generous donation, and then
only one person in the Sun group found the journal, and he read it privately and didn't share it with anyone. So they're all kind of in the same book or same boat. Yeah.
Okay, so it's one of my to-do things. Remove curse. Got it.
All right.
Tonight. All right.
So are locals returning to their homes and non-locals going back to the empty net? Or are you going to mix it up? I mean, it's kind of late to try to stay somewhere else. So
Yeah.
or is everyone having a sleepover at Illyria's place? I heard that's something that happens sometimes.
Oh.
I assume that you would be continuing to stay in the guest quarters at the Owlland Estate. Nikolai Constantine, third of his name.
Duh.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. It's going to be awkward in the morning when they want to know where Grandma is. So hopefully you're ready to handle that.
And you're like,
yeah.
Uncle Nikolai.
Yeah.
Oh, she's dead, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
A fluffy cat will entertain young children.
I don't care about the cat. Where's
Sure. It'll be fine. All right. On that note, then, everybody puts their heads together, hut, hike, and heads their separate directions to get some much-needed rest. So, accounting for travel time, changing into pajamas, doffing armor, et cetera, and then getting enough sleep to get a long rest, you guys will probably not be able to meet back up until, probably 10 in the morning at the earliest. So, where do you want to meet in the morning?
Where did most people go? Was it the net?
It's that empty net. The empty net is the only place I've got, unless you have someplace nicer.
Nikolai like French toast and eggs.
Probably not at the empty net.
I think
maybe.
Where's the local OP brunch spot?
Oh, like the really nice. Okay, we're branching out. Okay, yeah. Normally we're all going to Applebee's, but maybe tonight TGI Friday. Okay. Hold on a second. Very exciting.
I hear about these things called bottomless mimosas. I want to try one.
Yeah.
See, you chuckle, but there is actually another place to go and eat. Hold on. You just never actually went there.
Goat? Or this the other
no, well, the Wicker Goat, remember, that's the cop bar. I don't know if you guys want to
Oh.
eat at the cop bar or not. I mean, you totally can.
There was one other.
There could be some heavy profiling going on if you go there, because some of you are a little edgy for a cop bar. But there's another establishment called the Snapping Line. And I don't know if you guys have ever bothered to go there. Doesn't look like it. So let's talk about the Snapping Line. This popular inn and tavern is built from the planks and hulls of a dozen decommissioned fishing ships and has a super nautical theme. It's basically like the Krusty Krab. Let's see. Its sleeping rooms are plain and comfortable renditions of ship's cabins. The smell of fish has never been scrubbed from its walls, but it's quaint and kind of nice. Those who, let's see. It is run by a young woman featured in that picture named Hannah Rist. She comes from a family of well-known lobster catchers. The Rist family is also famous for making a spirit from lobster meat and potatoes called claw wine. It is, to put it mildly, an acquired taste. And the bar, the tavern employs several former dockhands who work as bouncers / employees at her establishment. It is about as upscale as you're going to get as far as the dining situation.
This is more my speed. All right. I like it.
All right. So that is where you guys decide to meet?
Well, that's where I'll go.
Duh,
No?
yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So you guys go. Locals, have you ever been to this establishment? Any of you? I mean, I'm assuming if there's only 3 places in town to eat, you've probably been here before. But
Must have to either meet someone or do something.
okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Probably not often though.
Would she be? Would she have been in the? Would she have let me play there? I think I would probably go around to all the places that would let me
Oh
play.
yeah. Like she's got a classy joint. She definitely would have had you perform there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've been there yet, but once I hear about claw wine, I am never going to leave ever again. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to like hobgoblin vodka that you're probably gonna find in human lands. Yeah.
I think as a Selkie, like lobster food, probably like my heaven. So
Yeah, I would say for sure. Yep. Honestly, I love lobster and I love vodka, so I can't imagine it's that bad. I don't know. I kind of wonder.
Yeah,
Not
I
gonna
want
try to make it in real life because I'd probably kill myself. But I'm sure you could find like some like spirit crafter online who'd make it for you. So what have they got here? The main thing that they serve here is burgers. Yep, that's right. They straight up have burgers here. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers. They sell burgers. They also sell a mean fish sandwich. They've got a lobster salad sandwich. It's kind of like, I say upscale. I feel so bad for Saltmarsh. It's basically, we'll say like a Panera. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I mean, that's the best you've got.
Outrageously
in Saltmarsh.
expensive for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Portion
They're,
size is
they're
too
like, well, you
small.
want this lobster salad sandwich? It's only 2 gold. Like crazy stupid prices. But there's no competition for fancy restaurants. So some of the other items that they have available, they do have a seafood chowder. They serve up a mean side of pickled beets, pork knuckle roasted in beer. They also have Cornish hens stuffed with olives, a smoked salmon salad, and let's see, they've got a boiled bacon and cabbage salad. Okay. And of course, they've got their claw wine, regular vodka, whiskey, Kalanic, which is a brand of dwarven ale. They got a pretty good menu. Invidian Ale, which is a pale ale, if you're looking for something like that. So yeah, that's what they've got going on over there. So there you go.
I'm gonna
Nikolai order all food, claw wine, and vodka, and start
Fair
eating.
enough.
Yeah.
They bring you a breakfast burger, and they bring you you said all food, so they bring you one of everything. It's a little expensive, but we're at a point in your careers where I'm not going to nickel and dime you for food and drink. So whatever sounds good to role play, that's what you get. Don't stress it too much. All right. You guys meet up. Some of you got to sleep in the comfort of your own bed. Some of you went home and magical animals had cleaned your entire house for you and picked fresh flowers and put them in a vase. Yeah. So I don't know which one of you that happened to, but it did happen to somebody. You keep giving it away with your giggling. Yeah. So it was an awkward morning for Nikolai Constantine, third of his name, because yes, they rouse you way earlier than you needed. You would have to find a place to sleep off the last few hours of your long rest. They want to know where the fuck Ida is.
And who's asking?
It is the house guard. Yeah, it is the house guard. Yeah.
Just be like, who?
I think he would say we were working on something very secretive with Miss Ida. She is okay. Do not ask more questions. You will see her soon.
Damn. Is that a suggestion spell cast at a higher level to affect both house guards, or are you just sort of like just delivering those lines to him?
I was debating as I said it. I think
because you delivered it with such confidence that I was going to give you advantage to a persuasion check if you're trying to just calm them down that way.
I think you'll do suggestion.
What?
Oh,
Probably.
okay. All right. Let's see how it goes. What's your DC?
15.
Okay. Yeah, both the guards, it's like a scene out of like Witcher or like any Jedi story. They both kind of get their eyes glazed over and they're like, super secret mission. We don't want to ask any more questions about it.
Yeah, these aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, and they kind of wander off.
Good.
Okay. So that was a little flashback to your morning. The food is delivered. They do in fact have a bottomless mimosa because that sounds like something a place that's trying to be the hoitiest Panera in town would have, especially if they had a liquor license. I think that would be the first thing Panera would add to their menu if they had a liquor license, would be bottomless mimosas. So yeah. You guys, you drink, you eat. You do hear a couple of rumors, kind of, as people come in, have their breakfast, and prepare for their day. Apparently, there is a local alchemist who is looking to buy a rust monster carcass.
What the hell
for
is
what-
a rust monster carcass?
But for what reason, nobody knows for sure. Then you hear a conversation where people are arguing over rodents of unusual size, whether or not they exist.
No,
And then
no.
Apparently, Maxatoon the lumberjack's son has run away from home. He left town with his girlfriend, Denorma, and they have not been seen since. So that's the daily tea. There you go. Now, what are you guys going to get up to?
I'm definitely gonna order the smoked salmon and the chowder.
Okay.
Besides that,
Can I get like a lobster claw in my bottomless mimosa? That sounds fun.
Yeah. In
Gotta go
fact,
big.
hearing this request, this tiny woman comes pounding out from the kitchen, and she says, like, "Who wanted the lobster claw in the mimosa?"
Nikolai
That
Constantine,
one.
third of his name. Me.
All right. She walks up to you. She grabs both sides of your face, and she just kisses you full in the mouth.
Oh, Nikolai's in for that. That's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
And she says, yeah, it lasts longer than it should have. And then she pulls free and says, "That's a damn fine idea." And then she just goes back to the kitchen.
That's hot.
We can talk about this later tonight.
Cool.
And things escalate quickly. No. Cool.
Crash, I want to get like the thing that's they're not known for. Like, if they have something other than like crab stuff, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna complain about it on the end.
Okay. So you just order because
That's what he does in real life.
yeah, I've dealt with customers like you before. Yeah, so you order a plain hamburger with no condiments, no cheese, no toppings. You ask for it on a double toasted bun, and then when you get it, and you ask for the burger to be well done, no pink. When you go to eat it, it's the driest fucking thing you've ever had, and you can't understand why a restaurant would ever serve such a dry food to their customers.
Yeah, pretty much.
don't mess with
So-
people.
Yeah,
who
it
prepare
takes
your food.
five. It takes 5 mimosa to get your tongue working again. That's how dry your double toasted bun, well done plain burger with nothing on it that they charged you a gold for, by the way. Tastes. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna eat it, and then after we leave.
Yeah. You guys watch as he eats this Brillo pad that they brought him. You're not sure how he's doing it. It's like a dwarf thing. The rumors you've heard of dwarves eating rocks are starting to gain scientific evidence as you watch him somehow devour this charcoal briquette that they've given him.
Is your fish is it dry? Fish is a little dry.
Oh my god.
Don't know why. But it's fine. It's fine. I won't send it back. It's okay.
Wow. The waitress, she just gives you this look of like a woman who's dealt with your kind of customer way too many times, and it's way too fucking early to have to deal with this shit. And she just keeps going. Thank you for the horrible flashbacks. So,
ma'am, I'd like to order.
oh,
You're next.
yeah, I thought everybody had ordered.
They were already.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you order? Like, this is all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey
This is-
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Wibbly wobbly timey.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
It all comes out in the wash. You weren't deliberately skipped. We were just sort of addressing each thing. So what would you have ordered?
Ma'am, I'd like blackberry crepes, eggs Florentine over medium, please. Avocado toast,
about to go to
fried
get the
egg on the
table.
top.
I'm so embarrassed.
Why?
these guys.
It's got good taste.
Wait, is it gluten-free avocado toast or just regular avocado toast?
No, I could handle my gluten. Thank you.
Thank goodness.
Wow. Yeah, I think most people in the realms think gluten is like a arcane spell component, so I don't know if they'd really be able to help you on
Is
that
it
one.
not?
Anyways, kind of. Yeah, from magically modified grain, obviously.
Start substituting things.
She just looks at you like this motherfucker right here. And she just says, "Uh-huh. So you want pancakes with fruit and eggs? Yeah, we
Oh
could
my
do that.
God.
I'll have to
Sure.
charge you extra because it's a special off-menu order, and they are going to be potato pancakes."
What do you mean the potato pan? Okay.
So you receive your potato griddle cakes with fruit on the side, a
How does
bowl
he
of
get crab?
applesauce, and a soft boiled egg.
He has
what they-
crab. Oh, the reviews are going to be forgiving.
Yeah. They tried their best. I don't know. So, as you guys apparently have the worst breakfast of your lives, I think just last week you literally ate like swill from like the empty net, but you come into this woman's place and you start acting like the fools. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm not complaining.
No, and Nikolai's making out with the hostess or whatever.
Yeah,
so-
well, she's the owner, but still.
Oh yeah, whatever.
And the head chef, who when
Okay.
she heard the order for crepes and eggs Florentine, you could hear her cussing all the way out in the dining area. So, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Does anyone else have any special orders they need to place for breakfast? No? Okay. So, I guess you guys got to figure out your next move. It is pounding rain still. What now?
The ball's 2 days from now, or like a day.
I have it marked, excuse me, as let's see, the 10th. And according to your calendar, it is the 8th. So you are at 10 a.m. on the 8th. So you have a little over 48 hours because the ball is going to be in the evening. So, yeah, 48 hours and change.
How long does it take to get to Daggerford?
Oh, to Daggerford, it's like right off the map. So like where I'm kind of clicking up in this general area at the top of your screen here. It's like up in, oh wait, we have a big map right here. Derp. Yeah, if you zoom in real close, I mean, it's you guys are like right on top of each other. It's just right down the road.
So like less than a day for sure of
Oh
travel.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could, yeah. And if you got horses or a horse and wagon, oh yeah, no problem.
I mean, I think we're gonna want to try and accompany Miss Ada too, right? I don't know what you guys think, but it seems like we want to keep her safe and provide the muscle.
Honestly, it's really only about 4 or 5 hours out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Do we need
like
horses?
it is really just down the road.
all right. Bottomless mimosas from here until the ball.
I like it.
Oh wait. Sorry. I was reading it from your "You Are Here" tag, which I still had on the Lizardfolk town. So it is more like, unless you cut across the swamp, it's about 50 miles. So still not too bad. Okay. So then your plan is to go to the ball. So we know that. I'll pencil it in on your calendar.
Do we want to try and find the Sun Elf murder dude? Lady?
What about the lizard folk who literally cried for help?
Okay, the looking lizard folk. Oh, right. Oh, are they okay?
Oh, have you heard from them?
Yeah.
Are they okay?
I mean, you haven't gotten another call. It has been it's a new day though.
I've been
Sending
dreading
stone
it.
works once per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, can you like put them on like speaker?
No.
Can you like call them?
It's like a once a day pager.
Yeah.
Like it's really, the
25
technology
words.
just isn't there yet. Yeah.
All right. So.
What phase of the moon is it right now?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. Let's see. I believe we said in this campaign, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the moon is always full on the 1st, or was it always full on the 14th? Help me out here. I got five different worlds I'm trying to keep track of.
Yeah.
I want to say it's a new moon on the 1st, and then the moon is full on like the 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Okay.
That seems to make the most sense because every month is evenly 30 days. So yeah, you don't have to worry about the full moon for a while. Because you're kind of heading towards the full moon, but you're not there yet.
So
why do you think that the full moon might have something to do with this? Just because one random person said something? All right. That's usually how clues work. Actually, I don't know why I'm being obtuse about it. But yeah, so the 14th, 15th, and 16th is when the full moon's gonna happen.
Yeah, so just to remind everyone, so I had messaged Thokent when we first got back, and that she had told me that they have been betrayed from within, and that Vilsar, the guy who's doing the cultist shit in the swamps, has taken their most precious treasure, and she asked me for help.
Well, do you think we should help her? I mean, that seems serious.
Nikolai think we should help and probably kill.
What if it was what if it was it was your eggs? Skull?
Wow. Putting your business out there at brunch. Man.
That's not the place for it. Do I not understand correctly?
Ferris thinks like I would never face like that. I'm like, oh, look, ooh.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling it was children. What else would the lizard folk value above all else? Call it their most precious thing. That was stolen by Vilsar, who we know is taking children and people and doing something in the swamps.
And where is Point on map? Where did
that
person Angry Lady stab map?
I really need to get us a zoomed in midway, because we either have outer space or we have or we have zoomed in on the town. Basically from where you guys are, it is the easiest way to get there would be to head down the road for about 2 hours or so, and then just head straight north into the swamp for probably. Well, you have a ranger with you too, so you go pretty quick. So probably another 2 hours or so, 2 or 3 hours. So it's actually pretty close to the southern end of the lizard swamp.
And if all goes according to plan, I imagine we could attend your party.
Old Russian saying says, "Go into swamps, kill people who steal children, and then go to party."
Hey,
That's good,
When it
because
comes
for
to
a minute there I
kids,
thought everyone was
that's
kind
where
of
I
like,
draw
let's
the
just go to the
line.
party and screw the children and the people. Yeah.
when it comes to kids, that's my one line is the cucking kids. So
Oh, okay. Well, that's if you ran over time, you'd be like a third of the way to Daggerford, anyways. At that point, so you could just roll up into Daggerford, covered in
swamp.
blood, gore, and swamp, and probably not be too much different than half the people that roll into Daggerford. Yeah, sound good.
Is everyone cool with that?
yeah.
It's a couple
Giddy
things I
up.
wanted to get done in town first, but then I want to
Okay.
go do that, and then if anyone has any ideas, I could send a message and find out more. I just don't know what I'd ask her right now. What would be the most useful thing we could get in 25 words?
A horse. We lost our resident pack animal, so
What?
we
Who?
could get a horse because we lost our druid. He can't turn into large animals and carry stuff for us.
What?
Did he ever do that?
He never
really?
did that.
Oh well, I thought it was like it comes with
And
the
a horse
territory.
in the swamp? That just sounds just like waste of money, really.
Yeah, you do have the
We
Thogrum
got the Thogrum
canoes.
canoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
could
our
just-
friend here grew up in the swamps too much, if you know what I mean. He seems to be a bit of a city dragonborn, if you know what I mean. Lad,
Okay.
I'm not
we
sure
got
you
some
can
canoes
cut
we'll
it.
use.
Now, I will point out to you, the weather is super nasty still. So you guys will be traveling into the swamps. Probably by the time you finish business in town and get there at night during a heavy overcast, windy, rainy evening. Which, I mean,
You won't see
sometimes
you
that's
know-
just
they
what
won't
heroes
see us
do.
coming.
Do we know
Fair?
how long
Fair.
Agreed. Yeah.
the weather's
This
going to
sounds
last?
like
How long the weather is going to last? Illyria knows that this rain will persist until about 10 or 11 p.m.
It's gonna be beautiful all day, guys.
Nice.
If it's any consolation, it will be. It will get better. It will get better.
Because,
Um,
last time we went stumbling through the old swamps, we ran across the trolls and stuff, and I don't know if you
I
guys
don't remember
it,
that.
but it was a bit of a
Because I was
pill.
unconscious.
Yep.
Skull took a nap during the middle of it and stuff. I mean, it was very, very uncomfortable. And we had to burn them. And I don't know how that's gonna work out with the old weather system we got going on. But if Illyria says it'll be better, then maybe we give it a shot.
If we think we could make it, if we want to take an extra day and finish stuff up in town and then go, I just don't want to cut it close. I'd like, obviously, if the majority rules, if we all want to go to the party, then we go to the party, because that's just how this
if
game
it's
works.
on the way to the party,
Exactly.
and we can
You
make
know.
it,
If we could make it
Yeah.
there and still have time for your party.
and at some point we're gonna have to go to the swamp thing, deal with this. Well, Beskar or Selkar, whatever his name was, I can't remember. But
Ilsar.
guy.
well, again, I mean, you guys did kick around the idea of trying to pass this one off to Prime Water. I mean, you trust Prime Water to handle this business? I mean, he's got resources. You could spin it to him that it's beneficial for him to do it. He could swoop in and take all your Lizard Man faction for himself.
I feel like we can. I feel like we can do both. So I'd be inclined to try and do both. But maybe we're biting off too much. I don't know.
Here's what I think. I think that the part of the message was they were betrayed from within. I don't think they're very trusting of anyone besides people they've already dealt with. So that's why I was not too keen on sending people from Gelen. Is it just random? You say let's send mercenaries from Gelen. Well, we're Gelen's mercenaries. that he would probably send anyway if it was that important. That's just my
Or
Why
he'd
don't
send
we-
the Sun team, and I mean,
Oh.
God knows how that would turn out.
Oh no! After now that you said that, let's go as soon as possible.
All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, when they found out that you guys shared a store, they were like, "What did they buy?" I'm like, "I'm not going to tell you." And they were like, "Ah!" They were like so mad. They're like, "We're going to buy everything, just so they can't have it." But that's not true because they don't have a lot of money. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, not to put their business out there. Okay. What business? Let's real quick round robin. Is there any business in town that you need to handle that is not the normal buying and selling of players' handbook style goods?
So based on my my acolyte, he's what? How many days out? Like,
He could show up anytime in the next 7 days.
okay. Then I'm gonna kind of leave word for him with. I'll leave a note on like my door and kind of like.
I mean, what's your relationship with your neighbor? You could maybe leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Leave
Like, I'm just
a
gonna leave
welcome
word.
kit with Miss Barnaby, your neighbor, and she could take care of him when he gets there.
Yeah, kind of like go to the inns and tell them like, hey, if this guy shows up, this is where I am. This is where you can go. You know, the key is underneath the rock at the front door, kind of business.
Okay. Very responsible of you. Much appreciated. All right. Anyone else have town business to?
I'd like to check on how my kobolds are doing at that smith I left them at. But I mean, if there are no updates, that's fine too.
So when you swing by, the guy that runs the establishment, he is kind of relieved to see you. He informs you that the kobolds have actually surprised him a little bit. They are quite industrious, and as long as he administers beatings on a regular basis, they are the best workers he's ever had. He felt uncomfortable with the beatings at first, but once you kind of explained how kobolds work, he can't argue with the results. Absolutely incredible. There were some people from the mining company, the Copperlocks mining company, that kind of came by and were basically like, what kind of goods are you selling? What are you doing? That kind of thing. He felt a little pressed by them. He knows that you're a very strong edgelord with magic and money and stuff. He wants to know if there's any way you could kind of get them to stop breathing down his neck. He doesn't want to end up in a situation similar to those Chultons, in reference to the Dwarven Anvil.
Well,
This is the Dwarven Anvil that the kobolds are working at. This is the one that they were.
No,
it's a different one?
they're actually working for a third party, basically an independent craftsman who is, I don't want to say undercutting the other two establishments, but he's undercutting the other two establishments. And your boy, his two retainers are working there because they got, well, I don't want to put all his business out there, but he's got, he's working on stuff. So yeah. So this is kind of the guy you go to if you don't feel like paying the prices that the other two places are charging. Because you guys have dealt with Mafira over at the Dwarven Anvil, and she refuses to negotiate on prices. And the dwarves, you've dealt with them also. They're very proud and a little stubborn. So it can be very hard to get them to come down on prices. So this guy and his very cheap laborers have sort of been taking contracts at much lower costs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bet they're making your armor.
Yeah, which, by the way, if you don't want your subjects to have wages, they'll give you their wages that they've earned so far.
No, they can keep that so far.
Okay. All right.
What a
I'll collect
joke.
that later.
I'm surprised.
Oh, okay. At first, they were panicked that you weren't taking their money away from them because they had screwed up somehow. And but when you said that you get it later, they kind of breathed a sigh of relief because that's how things are supposed to be. So that's good. All right. Anyone else have any other business in town?
I think Nikolai would leave like a note where Ada would find it to let her
Okay.
know that he would be meeting her at the ball.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I think she and Prime Water are smart enough to know that would imply that you handled whatever business you needed to handle. So
Yeah.
she no longer has to fake her own death? Question mark.
Yeah. that
yeah,
sounds good.
I was gonna do.
Okay.
I was actually. The other thing was give Eater back her necklace and thank her for the help.
Oh, okay.
So-
That's even better. All right. Yeah, you find her reading the strange note, and yeah, and help her sort of puzzle out the meaning of it. That's oh, so he's going to the ball without me, but he's going to meet me there, and I guess that means I'm not dead anymore.
Yeah. No, you're definitely alive.
Okay. All right. So that's all handled. Does anyone else have any other town business?
I need to go get my armor.
Okay, so you go and you pick up your armor.
Yeah.
Good.
Amazing.
Okay.
And the other thing, last thing I want to do is I want to go around the docks and see if I can find any work for our ship. But it's really just to cover so they can start selling the shit that we stole that was smuggled goods.
Okay.
So when I go,
So you'll just take like any job at this point.
yeah, well, a job to a local port. I might even go talk to Captain Zendros. That's the person we've been buying magical stuff from.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to see if
okay.
she has any. I'll explain to her we had a good crew, and that if she has anything that she needs shipped out, I'll have them do that. But I also want to start selling the goods that we collected that are still in the house that crawls in the secret cellar, the secret place.
Okay. Assisting Zendros is a young woman, very short, like shorn haircut, like kind of almost shaved head. She has a look about her of a person who knows their way around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. She takes over the negotiations of this potential shipping arrangement, and through Thieves' Cant, she wants to establish with you whether or not you guys are down with smuggling.
Yeah. Through you can't tell her,
Okay.
we got a lot of shit we want to sell.
Okay,
So-
okay. Then they definitely would like to employ your services as smugglers.
Then I'll
Okay.
I'll go tell Marshall, and they were all vetted by Prime Water, so assume they're all good with that.
Oh,
So
yeah,
after
they're-
their few days of the downtime, they don't have to go today, but whenever
Mhm.
as soon as they feel up to it, I want to get them back in the ocean.
All right, fair enough.
'Cause we're gonna be
Your
inland for a few
crew
days.
Will engage in illegal smuggling activities. I will take note of that. All right. Does anyone else have any other business in town? Okay. So
That's it.
what I'm gonna do is I found this to be pretty useful. So I'm gonna issue each of you a Saltmarsh flashback token. Okay, so it's a type of currency. You can spend it. It basically lasts until the next time you come to Saltmarsh to remember that thing that you did in Saltmarsh. If you need to remember that thing that you did in Saltmarsh. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So like if you like go to cast your brand new spell and you didn't buy the 50 gold piece diamond for it, you could be like, actually, I remember buying it, and then you cash in your Saltmarsh flashback token.
Nice.
Yeah, I found it to actually be very useful. So go ahead and add a Saltmarsh flashback token to your character sheet or resources or wherever you track them. And that is a one-time cash in. Oh, I remembered I did this thing back in town. I forgot to mention it. I find it's pretty handy. Because inevitably you'll remember something that you wanted to do, and your character fully exists in the world and you only partially exist in the world. So this is sort of a nice way to simulate that. All right. So with the rain pounding down, you guys head out of town. Are you going to just follow the shortest route, walk along the road, turn north, walk through the swamp? Will you be bringing the canoes with you on this expedition?
I think so. Do we
I
do we
think-
want to
yeah, I think
ask
we were-
Ellen
Yeah.
for some extra peeps? We don't know what we might be going up against.
It wouldn't hurt. I mean, why not? He's got the people to spare.
Some more toughs, or yeah, but I think we'll take the canoes and. Oh, Ithogrim, you have plate armor and you have the ring of evasion, so you could put that down because I think you had the -1 dex, right?
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, you have the lowest dex, so I think you get the ring of evasion if everyone's cool with that.
Not
Yeah.
very dangerous.
And you have plate mail now.
Sweet.
We paid for it. And everyone has 3 minor healing potions.
That's good. It was
Maybe.
way too easy to hit him before. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I
Right, what do we have?
remember the 5 times I hit Thogrim poignantly. So
This
Yeah.
entire game.
I drew fan art of each of the 5 times that I hit Thogrim. I hung it on my wall by my computer so I could remember that it is possible. It's like my hang in there kitten, you know? I look over at it, I'm like, it could happen
Well,
again.
we've been talking about this forever. We never actually get it done, so I just want to make sure going forward. Yes.
Yeah, it's all good.
When I can wear
Um,
plate armor. Wait, just you wait. Just
I can't wait. You are the easiest person to hit in the whole group. So it'll be a nice change of pace when you have some defense. Which is weird since most Hexblades I know have like an armor class of like 27. So I like that you're kind of you keep yourself exposed, you know? It's stylistic. I like it. Okay. So you head out of town. Rain pounding down. You asked Gellin if you wanted to volunteer any toughs for this mission. What was the pretense? How did you kind of explain this away? You just said we're going to go help the Lizardfolk. If you send people, you'll get like Lizardfolk faction by association.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, yeah, I'll
Is that-
explain that. Yeah, they
And
asked.
Give us
they-
a
I mean,
letter
it's-
with this seal on it.
And they steal
Oh.
people from your town, I think.
Oh yeah, true. Okay. So you're playing to his lawful good nature. I see. All right. Okay. Yeah. He will send some people with you. Let me roll. Let me see if. Yeah. Okay. So they meet you at the gates, and there are 3 just basic bitch, like, you know, toughs. We don't need to get too complicated, but you do recognize the 4th individual as someone that you have seen before. They look miserable and wet.
Oh, no.
Yes.
His luminous green eyes stare at you from his cowl, and he just sort of his ears kind of flatten out, and there's just a low meowing hiss as he sees you guys, and he just says, "I should have known."
you wanted to join with us after all. Excellent.
Don't push your luck.
Apparently,
So, welcome to the crew. Luck of the draw.
I'm not sure what I've done to upset Prime Water so grievously, but he seems to insist that my presence on this expedition would be beneficial to everyone involved.
This is important. We appreciate you coming with us.
Great.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's wet.
Yeah, I was decommissioned from my ship, so I guess I'll have to. Don't worry about it. It was someone else's turn to play captain.
Oh, I see.
Well, what are we doing besides catching pneumonia?
Killing cultists.
We are
so
going
he
to-
told us we had to lug this thing, and he donk hits what looks like a pretty damn good replica of Thogrim's canoe.
replica.
Yeah, I mean it's made in the same style and everything as Thagrim's canoe.
But does it have like Prime Water's face on it?
No.
Okay.
I mean it looks unbranded. It has no maker's mark on it, but it does look exactly like the ones that Thagrim makes.
Well, this will keep us mostly out of the water.
Ah, the water. Great. They're going into the swamp then.
Yeah.
We will kill cultists in swamp and then come back.
Lovely.
Yes.
As before, I will follow your lead. So lead on, great ones.
All right. So you guys head out.
Yeah, Nikolai will kind of look to, I guess, Illyria to help kind of lead us where we're going.
Yeah, Ranger, this is you.
Ooh, sure. Yeah.
All right. Give me that survival check. Okay. 13.
There's
Okay.
this silence,
That's
just
definitely a
absence of. Do you want guidance on that?
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Yeah, it's weird. I was waiting for it,
Yeah.
but it just happened. So a 13. Sure. You guys head out of town. It's wet. It's muddy. You head north into the swamp. It is wet, muddy. Overall, it's a super miserable experience. Illyria, you're doing all right, but you're definitely not. You're just not feeling it like you usually do. And overall, you do have the time it takes to travel, but it's not without its pitfalls, to be sure. There is an instance where you nearly lead everybody into a whole mess of giant crocodiles. Do you, at the last minute, you do kind of realize what's going on here? Do you want to have everybody go around? Do you want to try and kind of go through and hope that they are just enjoying the rain and they don't attack the party? Do you want to wholesale slaughter them? What is your, the ball is in your court, Ranger. How do you want to handle this? This is an indigenous creature to the swamps, an important part of the local ecosystem.
How's your behavior right now? You look really calm.
Go ahead and give me a handle animal with advantage because Beastmaster. Yeah, they seem to just be sort of celebrating the rain. A lot of them have their mouths open and they're just sort of like looking up at the sky, letting the rain sort of hit them on the face. Most of them are just floating there like big turds or logs. I don't know. A little both.
All right, if they look pretty chill, maybe we can just pass through.
Yeah, all told, you do a quick head count. There are about a dozen of them. So it is quite a large congregation.
Yeah.
I don't know what a group of gators is called, but Google will tell me. But yeah, that is the kind of situation.
Yeah.
If they get nasty, you've seen summoned versions of these wreck trolls. So yeah. Oh, neat. A group of crocodiles is called a basque.
That's awesome.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna message the Lizardfolk.
Okay,
I don't know
so you're gonna use your sending stone?
Yeah, I guess without just like making it too
Did
complicated.
the crocodiles make you think of your special lady? Is that what happened?
Yeah, no, because they might just be their crocodiles. I don't want to just kill them. But yeah, I guess give me like a couple minutes here. I'll come up with 25-word message. But basically, I just want to ask. I just want to tell her that we are on our way, and that if any information from her scouts about what Vilsar is currently doing, and any info about him, that would be helpful.
All right.
Or maybe she'd like to meet us there and tear them apart together. I don't know. Or.
Let me see. 25-word reply to that general situation. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
I guess Barrows would hang in the back with luck of the draw and like in true Bioware fashion, try to find a mutual friendship over their collective edginess.
Oh, okay, okay. Gosh.
Good luck with that.
So to simulate your edginess, what do you feel would be the best skill to sort of like impress another edgy person?
I mean, I think it would just be charisma, right?
Okay, so yeah, so just kind of persuasion. I got you. Do you want to kind of buff this with some examples of the sort of edgy stuff that you would talk with Luck of the Draw about?
Oh, it's like that. It's like, yeah, when's the last time you killed somebody? It's usually it's the last time you killed somebody.
When was the last time you fell off a boat 3 times? What?
Can I help him?
Yeah, and it's like, it's like
yeah, I mean, Saria, you want to be edgy wingman?
I would just
wing person?
I presumably can tell that he's kind of trying to impress him in like a very standoffish kind of way. And so I'll say like kind of low key, like, oh yeah, remember that guy that you like gutted or whatever. Like I'll just drop like little things here and there.
Oh, nice.
That are kind of
ultimate
like
wingman.
We went to that hospice and killed that one dude that was about to die for the blood. Summon your demons. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Luck of the Draw's eyes kind of narrow, and his Cheshire smile kind of appears for the first time today with all the rain, and then he's just like,
What color were his guts?
It's usually that like deep dark like red maroon color. It's like
you hear his stomach growl a little bit as you're describing it.
It's like
just keep going. It's fine.
It's like that deep rose color, the one that's like the dying petals of a flower. They're still warm. They're when you like reach down in the deep in there, but I never you never really get enough of it. It's always slightly different between person. It's like yes, general health or cholesterol, but
Wow.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Luck of the Draw. He warms to you. He kind of says,
yeah, you're not so bad for a noble.
Oh, I try my best. I didn't choose the noble life, but it has its perks. Even though these Philistines here don't always see it, but
fair enough.
All
right. You send your message to the lizard folk?
Yes.
Edgelord. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Your reply comes through. Be careful. Members of Rathroxus have lent aid of their strongest warriors and a powerful beast. They have might and magic.
Gosh, if only that one person we knew that was part of the Rathroxus tribe told us anything about the Rathroxus before he died.
Certain things happen, yeah.
Would you have ever talked about your tribe at all?
To Tari. I think it's the only person who would know.
Okay.
I mean, with a very high DC, you could certainly attempt a history check to see if you outsiders would know anything about the Rathroxus.
Okay.
Try.
All right. I mean, it's optional. You don't have to. Yeah, it's 19 is pretty good. Other than what you heard from Toothless. There's really not much that's known. You get the feeling, though, Tari, that all the bad stuff that you hear about lizard folk, like where they, catch people in their territory and eat them alive and things like that, that's the kind of stuff that, like, the Wrath Roxas are probably getting up to. Whereas the Saureal, the ones that you've dealt with, they were more concerned with just minding their own business and being left alone. These are the lizard folk that are angry about like human settlements and incursions into their lands. So they're definitely the more aggressive of the two tribes of lizard folk.
Okay, I relate it to the group. These ones aren't the most aggressive. Toothless was sort of an outlier. But aggression seems par for the course with them. So it fits, I guess.
Man, I wish I would have asked about what the treasure was, too. I should have asked about what the treasure that was stolen was so we can keep an eye out for it. I don't think I got enough words, though. Okay.
Yeah, sending can be tricky.
Yeah.
All right. The rain wasn't too bad when you guys had the canoes over your heads, but now that you're in the canoes, there are places in the swamp where the canopy is dense enough that it sort of forms a natural roof or umbrella. But when it's not there for you, man, it just pounds. The canoes occasionally need to be bailed from like the constant pounding rain. But you guys do slowly, pilot your canoes through the basque of giant crocodiles. And eventually, you do reach land that is solid enough that you can't really benefit from the canoes anymore. I guess the question now is, do you want to store the canoes or continue to take them with you? Illyria, you feel like you are getting close to your destination. You can tell because I'm starting to gather up your minis. So, all right. Can't forget Thogram's Familiar. There we go. And Spirit Weapon in advance. There we go. And all right.
I mean, I say we tie him off. Right here.
Yeah, would we have to like walk through like swampy water, or like what's the kind of lay of the land? I guess.
It looks like boggy marsh. So for everybody but Illyria, it's going to be difficult terrain most of the time. And you're just going to be kind of slogging through this. The rain is not helping matters. So areas that might have been dry normally, it has been raining for over 2 days now, right?
And
going on 2 days.
Would it be better in a canoe or like?
Well, I'm saying it's too solid for the canoe. Is the problem. Like got it. You've hit land, but the land is so waterlogged and marshy that you're just like squelching on every step as you make your way through.
Nikolai,
except for Illyria, who delicately walks on it without without falling into it at any point, because rangers.
It's rangers, yeah. Nikolai, I think we store canoe and walk.
Okay.
Question mark.
Yeah, we can do that. Can I like cover them up? So
yeah, just you use your survival skill. You hide your canoes, conceal them, that kind of thing. Turn them upside down so they don't fill up with too much water, that kind of thing. All right. In that case, you slowly but surely are going to continue your journey towards these supposed ruins that are located deeper into the swamp. Any sort of preparations you guys want to make before you reach your destination?
Vletcat will fly ahead, sadly, I think.
Does anyone have Dispel Magic?
Yes.
Yep.
Always.
And Counterspell.
And Detect Magic.
Oh, you can... can someone see? No, just see magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess maybe you'll be able to see things as we're walking up.
Oh.
If they've got
Oh,
traps
yeah.
or wards
Yeah,
or
sure. Yeah,
whatever.
I'll do that.
I do have uh one. I actually have two things I could do. One will require my concentration. It'll take a minute for it to happen. And I can also use my little buddy, the gazer. Do you feel? Are we close enough to where I feel like if I needed a minute to do something, I could have.
Yeah. I
initiative
mean,
as well?
I haven't loaded you guys onto the new map yet, so you guys are still good.
Okay. We want.
Yeah, that's why while I'm getting it situated, because I didn't know what direction you were going to come from and all that. Yeah.
All right, just in case things go crazy or in a weird direction, I'll also do a ritual of water breathing on everyone in the party who doesn't already have it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just in
Yeah.
case.
No harm. No harm.
So are we sort of operating under the assumption that the Rothrakas are evil for our intents and purposes, and we're going to kill them, sort of without mercy, or do we think something's affecting their behavior, and we want to help them as well, or what's our sort of strategy here?
Perhaps I believe from what I've seen of Lizardfolk, they might be too proud to give up. So.
And if they've taken your eggs, I guess my loyalty
I don't
lies
think
with
that's
you,
that's
Skull.
the case, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't,
Man, that's awkward.
that is very awkward. I'm pretty sure shit like 180 days.
I mean, yeah, it's also a little confusing
Yeah.
because dragonborn are mammals and lizard folk are reptiles,
Yeah.
so it's a little, a little weird.
So you made a platypus baby?
Yeah, they are kind of like platypi because they do actually lay eggs after a while. It's like it's I don't know. You have to look it up on your own. I'm not going to talk about the life cycle of
I don't want to look it
dragonborn.
up.
It's too weird. Okay, so I will transfer you over to this map. If the entire map loads, please refresh your browser. Don't scream out aloud the names of all the hideous horrors that you see, because dynamic lighting doesn't always work. But here you go. It should be relatively dim, but you should still be able to see quite a bit, because to simulate the rain and everything else.
Yeah, Crash, I'm going to, before we get up to this point, I am going to use Surge. I'm going to tap the ground twice. I'm going to conjure a water elemental.
Oh, okay.
You can do that.
Surge.
I want a water elemental.
I think you get it eventually as a warlock. Pretty sure. At least, yeah. Let's see. We'll put it in everybody's journal, and then we'll give Skull control over it. There we go. Very handsome water elemental.
Yeah, so I can Crash. I can see way over here.
Yeah, you can see dudes in there. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see rather a lot of them.
Yeah. You guys have the cover of the trees coming up. So, man, I'm working on this. Hold on. Katiara?
Ketyaru, I think, but Nikolai's still working on his Russian.
Okay. Ketyaru, right? Is that close? Okay, so Ketyaru is going to miserably scout up ahead. Is that the plan?
Oh, yeah, he hates it. It's ridiculous.
Okay. So they have disadvantage to their perception checks because it's raining and it's gross out. But your familiar is still going to have to get a stealth check to sort of represent that it was able to do this stealth mission without being detected and promptly shot out of the air.
Nice.
Okay,
Thank goodness.
21.
Shit, where'd
yeah.
that cat go?
So let me give you a quick tour. I will. How about this? I will tell you in secret chat, and then you could try to telephone game it to the rest of them. How's that sound?
Duh.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I can't find the post pics button.
Top left, when you
it's-
click on your guy, your character,
Go on your
Very nice.
mini.
click on your guy.
I click on my mini.
Top left.
Okay. Wait. I can't click on my mini. I click on the.
Who's this guy? What is this thing doing here? Why is it?
Oh, you said it's
what
in the
the
top
actual
left.
fuck?
Yeah, so when you click on your mini, it'll pull up BB healing pot, dice roller initiative.
Yeah, I
initiative,
see
and
that.
and
Oh,
then it
post
has
pics.
post
Oh, I see it now.
Is Buddy literally fucking touching me right now?
There you go. There's the picture I was trying to get.
It's on me. Get it off.
Okay. Just. See, I think
Well,
I'm
we'll
gonna
put it
summon my
back,
other.
I
I think I'm gonna
guess.
summon my other guy too, and I'm just gonna go full Pokemon Master here. What's gonna have the water elemental sink into the water and be stealthy until we need him.
Maybe keep one for the ball, no?
The ball.
Yeah,
What
dance
could
with your
possibly
water
happen at
elemental.
the ball?
Being hide as guards, right?
I don't know. I didn't want to go to the ball, so I didn't.
But seriously though,
What-
does nobody
what
else see
creature?
Buddy?
Yeah.
No,
I think we just accidentally brought him with us. I'm
Accidentally.
accidentally.
Oh, he was under the little the little anvil thing.
Okay. So he kind of strokes out for a little bit while he receives like internet messages from his flying cat, and then he kind of comes back to his senses.
Nikolai saw what one described as a busted-ass fort. Thinks it will be difficult to kind of get up to where we need to go. Technical term might be difficult terrain. There be 3 towers, a guard on each, probably at least 12 people or creatures. Nikolai also saw Lizardfolk, big creature, and I think maybe one other thing. I'll let Nikolai consult his quick notes. Gnolls. Yeah, hyena people.
What did the
So
big
there's a
beast look like?
I don't think Nikolai had ever seen it before. So it's but yeah, there's a lot of shit.
Well, your familiar did not get too close. It was close enough that it could hear a large beast in the easternmost tower, but it, out of a sense of self-preservation, did not get too close because that is where a large amount of the troops are currently huddled against the rain.
Plus is wet. Kitty
Yeah.
not like water.
Yeah, and I suppose, given that there is rain, I should position these guys so that they're more in like the overhangs of busted walls and stone sort of thing. So let me do that real quick. But yeah, you get the general sense of these people kind of moving around, doing their business, that sort of thing.
Oh, the one thing I didn't ask Crash, are they like looking out? Like, are they like, do they seem pretty on guard, or are they like, you know?
I'm
we're in the
going to be
middle of-
honest with you. I've worked a lot of jobs in my life. It doesn't matter if you are an evil cultist or, an office manager. Like, when it's shitty weather, you just kind of like dial it in. You know what I mean? Like, Yeah, they're in the middle of the swamp. Nobody's bothered them for a while. It's horrible weather. They're just, they're going through the motions. You know what I mean? Like, your cat had to beat like a passive perception of 5. Except when it came to the tower, where its familiar instincts kind of kicked in and was like, bad place. Don't want to get too close.
Was it that tower or
The easternmost tower. So the one on the right-hand side of the screen.
with the big creature, probably?
Yeah. That's the one where the big creature is currently layering.
Did the cat see any likely hiding spots for the eggs?
Hiding spots for what?
For the eggs.
Yeah, there were a lot. I mean, you didn't see inside any of the 3 towers that were intact. And there is a small, like, chapel-like building, like a central building, in the middle of the courtyard that could easily have anything inside of it.
Skull, not to be indelicate, but do you know if your eggs need to be kept warm?
I don't know. Also,
All
I don't
right.
think.
Let's do our best.
I guess if you see a bunch of eggs, don't fireball them. I guess that's all I'll say.
Damn.
Are we really looking for eggs, or is
I
it
don't.
just like
that was my
placeholder?
assumption. I don't know that for sure.
But I'm okay with either one. But just curious. That's all.
All right. I guess my question to you is, you have about, looks like 40 or 50 feet of difficult terrain for everybody except Illyria. I guess everybody except Illyria and the water elemental. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, because this area is heavily flooded. Not flooded so bad that you would need your canoes, but it's sloshy, gross, like nasty. Once you get to that pink line, you're kind of up on dry land at that point. But up until that pink line, it is just gross. Mostly on account of the rain, but it was also pretty swampy to begin with. The forms that you do see through the rain and the evening sun that is sort of slowly dipping towards the horizon. You do see the shadowy silhouettes of humanoid forms wearing cultist garb. Gnolls looking adorable. And I don't know if you guys can see the lizardfolk or not, but they are more than likely in the rain and loving it. So, if anybody is unfamiliar with what a gnoll is, it is a common enough creature in Forgotten Realms that you would not need to make a check on it. They are hyena people. They are, by the standards of most cultures, very evil. Yeah, they like to eat sentient creatures. They like to worship demons. They are exceptionally cruel. If you want to know more about gnolls, you can see how much your character knows by just rolling a knowledge nature check.
Okay.
All right. So I guess the question here is, how do you approach? Or do you just say, just pack it in, just keep going until you get to Daggerford?
Well,
you're already
just
here.
float across, but that's a whole spell for me.
Yeah, you probably want to save your spells.
We've
I'm
got
fine with
these
sneaking up, and I
elementals
think
summoned already. We might as well.
yeah, the elemental can he can just turn into water. Would he have like advantage on his?
Oh yeah,
check?
he's fine. Yeah, for sure. He'll just turn in. He'll literally just become water.
Yeah, then I'll have him kind of hang out like that until.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, heads off. La la la.
Can
swim around.
Yeah.
Can pissed off wet cat go a little further up without attracting attention? Do you think, or no?
If you'd like to attempt a new stealth check, certainly, to kind of represent your Mission Impossible maneuvers.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I really hope I roll well, everyone. Sorry if I roll badly.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Katiara moves up and kind of slinks her fur just matted, or his fur, sorry, just matted to its body. Kind of slinks around, peeping on stuff. Go ahead and give me a perception check, but it will be at disadvantage because of all the rain and stuff.
With the cat.
Perception with the cat. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. So inside the tower, you're pretty sure is a dragon. The dragon is huge in size. As you stare with your tiny cat eyes, you're pretty sure that your first count was wrong. There's at least 3 dragons in there.
What?
Maybe 4.
Adult dragons, or
I mean,
young?
you see a huge dragon body, and you've seen at least 4 heads.
Oh.
Some of them are asleep, and some of them are sort of just looking around, flicking their tongue, tasting the air and the rain.
What? Scott, do dragonborn breed true to their colors? Have your babies hatched already into fucking dragons?
Oh, that would be crazy. But I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I'll definitely tell everyone.
Was there a
about
color?
that.
Did you say colored? I'm sorry. I was.
It actually has very black scales.
Okay, Skull, what did you do?
I mean,
Yeah.
cats can see in color, sure. It's magic.
Skull, are these your children?
No. I don't think so.
Definitely not.
So, are you gonna kill this dragon? You know. No.
You also notice from where you are at, you do see a door that leads into the central building. You see the doorway through which you can see the busted doorway through which you can see the dragon. I'm drawing little arrows. You can also see. Let me see what else you can see here. Hold on. Oh, interesting.
I'm not.
Okay. There's an entrance to the western tower. Let's see. There we go. Are you not seeing any of the arrows, or?
I see the arrows.
Okay.
I see the arrows.
And there's an entrance into the essentially the walls themselves, because these walls aren't just 20 feet thick. There's actually interior areas. So there's a little entrance right there. And I think that would be all the kitty cat sees for now. On the top of the 3 towers, there are hatches that you assume enter each of the towers. And the easternmost tower, there is a big hole in the roof that rain is kind of drizzling down through. The guards on the roofs look almost as miserable as you feel, Katiara. Almost.
Yeah, poor kitty. Well,
down below, a wet knoll sort of like bends down and like nibbles on its own nutsack out of possibly boredom, maybe out of like grooming. I don't know.
So, who's ready to go dancing? I'm feeling a little dancing myself.
Nikolai Constantine, the third of his name, can dance.
Can I see these guys up here?
If your mini can see them, there's a good chance that you can see them. Yeah.
Like, if I wanted to take a clear shot, that would be okay?
Sure, yeah.
We try and get some better positioning. Add a character. I'm totally cool with running away now. I don't The 4 dragons. The 4 dragons. Like the perception check to see 4 dragons. That's probably
Maybe
Was
it's
it-
not a
But I also
dragon.
don't want to be considered
was
a
Maybe
coward.
it's like a chimera or something.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I was wondering if they had like 4 heads on it.
Possibly.
I mean, does
I'm pretty sure-
Katiara want to get closer?
Can I take the info that
Well, hold on.
that,
Hold on. Because I'm pretty
Nikolai
sure.
has given?
Like,
Oh, okay, yeah. Why
And,
don't
like,
you
kind of
take? Yeah, sure. Give
Figure
me
out what
a.
that is.
This would actually be a nature or arcana check.
because you know what it could be.
Helper.
Like the lizard folk are kind of like their language is stilted, but I still don't think the princess would have told me. I'm pretty sure she would have said a dragon if it was a dragon instead of a beast. Or maybe she didn't. I don't know.
Okay.
So a nature check?
Yeah, nature check would work.
I'll help her. I'll sing a song about
Oh,
all
because
the things I know
bard.
about.
Gotcha. All right.
The
Okay.
magical nature of dragons, their arcane ways.
Okay. So go ahead and give me that nature check with advantage.
Oh, the advantage? Okay,
Yep.
okay.
No.
14. It certainly sounds like a dragon, but if it's got a huge body and 4 heads, and you're in a swamp, it's probably a hydra.
Okay, yeah. Don't
Yeah.
think it's a dragon, guys.
Okay.
Now, if you're trying to check off your bingo board, a hydra is not officially a dragon. It is just a monstrosity.
In character, Ferris calms down from his like righteous indignation because dragons heavily upset him. But
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
It's just a hydra, you guys. Come on.
Okay. Now
On
that
the
that's a possibility, I'm much more okay now.
Duh.
I thought it was
Great
4
glory
dragons.
comes from killing Hydra. Let's kill Hydra.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Illyria, like, on a scale of, like, things that kill you dead, is Hydra about? And I'm kind of gonna pull my hands up and, like, kind of make, like, the little weighing symbol, like, sign, like, is it this bad, or is it about this bad?
I'll grab his hands and then move them accordingly to how bad it is.
In your personal experience, it would probably be on par with the shark that you didn't like very much.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and
let's
fuck
do
that
this.
guy.
Or even maybe like Thousand Teeth. It would probably be on par with like Thousand Teeth.
Point of order, Nikolai Constantine, third of his name. It was a she-shark.
That bitch. Do you remember her?
Okay, so do we want to try?
Well,
and-
Nikolai wasn't there, but
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do we want to try and stealth up this way? Is this like a sheer wall? This pink line you've drawn?
No, that just represents the water line essentially,
Okay.
where it switches from difficult terrain to regular terrain.
And this is a ruined tower, and this is an okay
yeah, those are
tower.
just pieces of ruined tower that are still standing tall enough to cause dynamic lighting.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we just sneak up and let Larry start things off if we can get close enough.
Yeah?
I'm down to make a stealth check with my new armor.
Alrighty. So what we'll do is we'll do a group check here. So basically it's going to be if the majority of you pass, then the whole group passes.
For stealth, right?
For stealth, yep. Let me roll for Thogram's thugs. Here we go. Or not Thogram's, yeah, sorry. Thogram, you don't have thugs. You're a respectable guy. For Gellen's thugs. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, pretty terrible.
oh, don't forget the rogue, luck.
Yeah.
Of the draw.
Yeah, luck
fail
of the
mine,
draw.
right?
Let's see what he gets.
Oh, there's a 4.
Shit.
Dogram's like sizing his armor. He's like
Nice.
adjusting around like this new
Okay,
plate, man.
okay. Luck did pretty good.
I
So
don't,
cool.
I don't know who made this plate mail, but oh god, it just doesn't fit right.
So maybe
Alrighty.
maybe me and Locke, the stealthy ones, are going off to the right here. And
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check these things. It's not that hard to pass because you have the rain and cover and everything else. There is that point though
And
where
I
you're going
don't
to
give a fuck.
come out into the open. So really, yeah. I mean, those of you that fail, the others sort of make up for it as you're kind of sloshing and slogging through. Yeah, like in the end, the inattentiveness of the guards is really what saves the day. So you guys could definitely move up to or slightly past the pink line, and then we'd kind of need to get a little bit more serious about it. But you can move your miniatures up to the pink line or a little bit over the pink line. Nikolai's a great example. He's a little bit over the pink line.
Take some cover
So kind of
behind this
move where,
ruined.
yeah, where you think you need to be.
How tall is this wall right here?
Yeah, so the big wall that's still left is a whopping 30 feet. So where it is still intact, it is 30 feet high.
Is this kind of a path? This should use a different color that's not a dark green.
Yeah, green, I see it. Yeah, totally. Yep, you could totally take that path into the courtyard.
Okay. And how high is this kind of ruined? Is it like all the way just on the ground, or?
Yeah, these busted pieces, they're maybe 15 to 20 feet.
Okay.
The bits that are left over here. Yep.
All right.
All right. So inside, there's just,
Yes.
a slight shifting of the guards. This guy kind of moves, deeper into cover kind of thing to get out of the rain, kind of keeping his distance a bit from this building. The lizard folk just sort of stand there, chilling, having a good time. They are, quietly enjoying the weather. This is Noel. He doesn't look too happy. He's kind of pestering the lizard folk. But ultimately just sort of paces nervously, occasionally letting out nervous laughter as it does so.
Barros, you want to get into a position?
Yeah.
Oh, I
people
can't see my character.
What?
Because I think I'm
really?
locked. Yeah, it's I get because I'm locked to the vision of the cat.
What?
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, your miniature is not registered for some reason. Oh, okay.
All right. Cool.
There we go. That happened last time too. I got to look into that.
I guess I'd like to have luck of the draw maybe here, and then the guards kind of going up this way. If I can.
Okay. Wait, where?
Kind of near me.
Okay. So they'll basically move through the trees.
Yeah.
The tree line before they make their way over. Got it.
And I don't know where Buddy wants to be, but I don't know if maybe he's riding a cat.
I want to ready.
Oh, I don't.
Is Buddy here? Like,
What?
we
Why
all
is he
freaked
here?
out.
That's
we
weird.
all freaked out when
Yeah,
you saw
okay.
him when you left. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
good.
What are the odds
Sorry,
of Buddy
you
being here?
thought you saw Buddy, but when you looked back, you just saw like the flap of Dogram's backpack kind of move, and then there was no Buddy. So I don't know.
Oh no.
Trick of the light, the evening light,
That's
and the
good.
rain. Like, yeah, nothing weird about that. Okay, cool. All right,
All right, so basically,
you're in position.
I'll,
You can see these handsome Rathroxis lizard folk. They look friendly.
they look real cool. That
Mhm.
mini's great.
They look like people that are all about peace and diplomacy, finding an even middle ground to negotiate on. Yeah. All right. Do you try to get even closer, or do you launch the attack now, or what's the plan?
I think what I think would be really cool was I'll give a nod to Illyria to kind of take the shot. And I want to have my water elemental like prepare a dash slam and just go for
Okay.
this first one if we can.
All right. Everybody down for this plan?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We should
The
definitely
water's
draw
just
the
kind of
mountain.
going along the ground, and then suddenly it turns into a thing and grabs him or punches him.
Okay.
I got slam attacks.
So, more than likely,
Initiative.
you guys are going to get the surprise round here. So we're just going to roll initiative. Everybody could take one round of actions, and then the whole thing will start formally. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let me make sure the initiative tracker is clear. It is. All right. Start rolling yourselves in.
Exciting.
Sorry, there's like 40 or 50 miniatures I'm trying to select here for the initiative. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, almost done. Almost done. Just a couple more. Just 5 or 6 more. Almost there. Just about done.
There
Nope.
it is.
Nope, couple more. Hold
Oh,
on.
boy. Yeah, that
Oh
looks
my God.
large.
Oh, almost done.
Oh my gosh.
Just about there.
Level 5. This is what level 5, guys. We've made it past level 5.
All right. Woof. I think that's everybody. Okay. Sweet. So, cultist, luck of the draw. All right. Luck of the draw is going to use his turn to move up. He will use his tabaxi speed and his natural climb speed to do a move. Jesus. I think he has a 60-foot speed. But then he will dash. There we go. And then he will. Oh, that's right. You're an NPC, so I don't think you have cunning action. But your speed goes to 60. I guess he'd probably get to about there, and then he will shoot his crossbow. Oh my!
Why isn't my crossbow like that?
NPCs, they operate differently. You know how it goes. And then he gets a sneak attack, and then he has assassinate. If he had advantage on the attack roll during the first turn, the hit is automatically a critical hit. So
Hell yeah.
he drops another. Oh wow! Hold on. So 15d6 damage.
Hi.
Plus another d6 or d8. Okay, so hold on.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anything else that I'm missing? Okay, should be good. All right. So luck of the draw does 76, 78, 83 points of damage. This guy dies.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So there you go. So when you guys hear stories about how the bad guys start sending assassins after the player characters, these are what assassins can do to you. So just keep that in mind. Assassins are super nasty. This is why you always set up a watch at night. This is why you only sleep in safe places. This is why you use the buddy system, because NPC assassins are brutal. Yeah. Anywho, that was his turn. Water elemental, you're up.
Alright. He can share a space. Hostile creatures. Squeeze through 1 inch wide. He's got 30 feet. Let's see. Okay.
And let me put on some music other than this rain. Rain's making me sleepy, like white noise style. Let's see.
Alright. He's gonna move. Here he's gonna surge up and surprise these two guys, and he's gonna use Whelm. Charges on it. 4 or 6, so click it. I'm gonna roll.
What kind of music is this? I'm very curious. Sleepy Barrett put this on my list for me, but I don't know what it means. All right, let's put it on there. See how it sounds. Here we go. All right. So, Whelm, each creature in the elemental space must make strength saves. Okay, so you moved up on the dude and the gnoll, and they each have to make strength saves. No problem there. They have a strength score of +0. That is a fail. Let's see. The creature could take an extra. Put this. Oh, okay. Rude, but cool. And what about my gnoll? What can you do, little baby? Okay. I like the sound of that, but nothing that helps you here. You got a +2 to your strength. Maybe that's good. No. All right. So they both fail. Taking 16 points of damage, and what else happens to them?
They're grappled and restrained and unable to breathe. And
Oh wow!
Oh my God.
Oh my, wow.
Oh, good thing you guys don't have enemies that deal with water elementals all the time. That'd be terrible. Okay. Well, the guy is just drowned instantly, and the trident thrums with joy as it feels this man's life end. The gnoll lets out sad, bubbly gurgles of laughter as it is bloodied by the attack. All right, fair enough. Let's see. I think the Hydra would probably not be surprised. I'm going to check. They're pretty good about not being, let's see.
I think they're always awake.
Passive perception. Yeah. I'm gonna say that it uses its round just to basically stand up so it's no longer prone. And sort of shake itself loose and let out many angry hisses as it prepares for battle. So I will go ahead and spawn it onto the map, as it were. There we go. Okay. Cultist of the Barrel, number 17, skips his turn. That guy skips his turn. Illyria, you're up.
Alright, I will Hunter's Mark that guy that's being held.
Okay.
You have triple advantage. He's restrained.
Oh, yeah.
And Crash, I did screw up on Cat, so Cat should go just before Illyria. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, as all right. So Cat, go before Illyria then. Where is Cat? I don't even see it on the initiative.
Yeah, I rolled it late.
Okay. Well, remember, you could fix these things by like re-rolling with the and then it'll throw it up onto the initiative tracker, and then you can manually change it. But what was its initiative? Like 15, I guess. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it was 15.
Okay. All right. So, Cat, please take your turn.
Cat will keep a lookout right over here.
Okay, good to know.
And we'll dodge, and then Illyria. Sorry, you should go.
All right, Illyria, you're up.
Alright, and I'll take
Triple
a shot
advantage
at
on the knoll. Got it.
that dude.
Oh, yeah, that's going to finish him off.
Bye, and this one's still alive?
Oh, no, he is certainly dead. Yeah, he
He's
drowned
dead?
instantly.
Okay,
Yeah.
do I have a clear shot at this one? Oh, Spencer.
Let's see. From where you currently are, he would have +2 AC from
Alright,
partial
let's
cover.
move.
Oh, yeah, you got an open shot now, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take my second shot at that guy.
Yeah, that is going to hit. 14 damage. It is bloodied.
And then I'll move down just to let's see. Okay.
All right. Pharos, you're up.
So now I will cast True Strike on my blade, and I'll like summon it for now.
True
And I'll
Strike?
move up to that's Branding Smite. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
I'll move up to here. And I'll smack this guy a couple times.
Okay.
All right.
I was gonna say, I await your daily 20.
That's the back end of the halberd, not the front end.
Sure.
Well, you
And then you
Branding
add
Smite?
the searing smite as well, right?
Yeah. So here's the front end.
Well, isn't it a bonus to the smite? You can't.
Right. He just clicked the wrong button. He's saying. Yeah.
So here are the two packed weapons, and
okay. So the first one hits with a 26 and does 10 damage plus the smite. So add the searing smite damage.
These are, I think it's like D6.
Okay. 16 damage freaking kills him. So the second attack with the packed weapon doesn't need to hit. So he is done skis.
Nice. Okay. And I guess I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Skull, you're up.
I just want to take the dodge action, and we'll move up a little bit, get some cover around here.
Okay.
But this is like a 20-foot high wall, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna hide there and take the dodge action.
So when the Hydra starts breathing its 5 breath weapons in one turn, you have some cover. It's good.
Maybe.
All right. That brings us to another cultist. Surprised. Pharaohs, I guess you have 2 initiatives. That's kind of weird. I'll get rid of the second one, I guess, question mark. And then let's see, Nikolai Constantine, third of his name. You're up.
Is the Hydra visible? I don't think so, right?
It is on the map, so if you can see it, then it is there. Otherwise, you cannot.
I can see it.
Okay. You can, or your cat can.
That is a great question. I don't know.
Hopping into your miniature, you can... Yes, Nikolai, you can see parts of it. So it is going to have some cover from you.
Fireball.
Okay. Let's see.
We'll do it at level 3.
All right. Let's see. Fireball. Go ahead and place it. Keeping in mind wherever the keeping in mind wherever the crosshairs go, you have to be able to see that location.
I think I can, but let me know. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's
Okay.
good. That's good.
You could get this guy too.
Which guy?
If you move it over 1. There's a Rathroxus here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Thanks, Bill. Yep.
All right, so let's see that that beefy damage. Unless you already rolled it, a 29. It's pretty damn good for a fireball. Basic fireball. So let's see. These guys have to make some saves. Dexterity. First one. Let's see if Alan's is fair enough. And
yeah, makes
fair
it.
enough. Okay. Second one. Fails. Okay. And then the Hydra fails. Well done.
Nice.
I think he'll end his turn there.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll move up a little bit. Honestly, like 5, 10, 15. He's ready to deal with these assholes. So yeah, he's good.
Alrighty. Bo, I think one of the lizard folk is bloodied by that attack as well. Alright. Good stuff. Surprise. Tari.
Sorry. I am. I mean, things have been transpiring. I will. So a 30-foot cube should hit these three right here.
Yeah. What's the spell? We probably have a template for it.
Hypnotic pattern.
Okay. There you go. Drag it where you need to.
I'm gonna get that guy. There we go.
All right. Those guys, I think 4 of them need to make wisdom saving throws. So here we go. For the gnoll. And then for the cultists. This is a charm effect. Cultists have dark devotion. Cultist has advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened. So these next 3 will be at advantage. So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, becomes charmed for the duration. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, and your DC is now a 15?
It's a 15.
16? Yeah, okay. So it looks like you got 1 person. So you got 1 of the cultists.
All right.
All right.
And the null?
The null got a 16.
16. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I will use a bonus action to give Nikolai Constantine Skull Pharaohs
Water elemental.
and sure, and the water elemental.
Yeah.
They can move up to their speed, and they gain, I believe, 8 hit points. But let me double check. Yeah, 8 hit points. And move up to their speed.
Okay, sweet.
I'll move right up behind water element.
Well, he's gonna move now.
Actually, where's he gonna go? Yeah, where's he gonna go?
Over here. I think. Yeah. Then I think I'll just take my. I think I'll stay where I am.
All right, fair enough.
Maybe I'll move back a
Everybody
little bit.
taken their reactions if they wanted to use them, and added their temp HP. We now have like a token for temp HP. It looks like a little heart with a green arrow next to it. When you mouse over that token, if you hit the number on the keypad, it'll tell you like, hey, you have 8 temporary hit points, for example. So it's pretty cool. All right, that brings us to surprised, not surprised. So these thugs are just going to move and dash because they're going through, I'd say over here, difficult terrain. So they'll probably get up till about here. Lizardfolk, surprise. This guy right here. Same deal. He'll move up with his buddy. Surprise, surprise, Spencer.
Is this guy on the bottom or is he on the ledge?
Which guy?
This one up here.
Oh, this guy is down below because he was taking
he's
cover
down
from the
below.
rain under the ledge. This one over here is up top, miserable in the rain and trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay. Let's see. He'll move. 1, 2, 5. What is he at? 30. He's gonna chill right here and take a
Okay,
dodge
so he kind
next
of
to
goes
Pharaoh's.
inside the wall to sort of get some cover and stuff. Got it.
Yeah.
Thogrum,
And then
you're up.
dodge.
Thogrum. Going. Move around the corner here. So is this part of the wall, or is this difficult terrain?
No, this is just basically the first bit of dry land that you're encountering. So they're just pieces of stone that were the wall that are just kind of conveniently laying out like steps on a movie set.
With 25 movement, could I get to the top of this?
Yeah, you could kind of slowly hop your way to the top. Sure. And to show that you're up on the wall, I'm going to use the cover token just so that we have a signature for like who's high up on the walls and who isn't. Seems like it'll work.
Okay. 5, 10. Okay, can I bonus action spiritual weapon?
Yeah, sure. He's already here. He had a feeling.
Make sure I got 60. So I can get my Knoll friend over here. So I'm gonna spiritual weapon the Knoll.
Okay.
Right here.
I'm ready for it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, it's gonna hit. All right, 9 points of force damage.
And then I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Alrighty. Surprised, slogging through the mud, grumbling about the bullshit that Gellen's got them doing today. Alright. Surprised and top of the round. Okay. Those that are still alive are like, holy shit, we're under attack. Yeah, so they are going to start mobilizing, I guess, to try to get some kind of course of action going. The front door to the central building is going to open. And this guy is going to poke his head out and see that there's a freaking water elemental. That wasn't there earlier. And just real quick, kind of look around like, holy shit. He's going to walk right back into the building. And he's going to close the door again. That will be his turn.
Yep.
All right. I mean, that's I'm pretty sure what most people would do. This guy right here sees that there is a magical anvil bashing in the skull of this guy. This guy's stroking out over here for no reason. He sees that there's a lot of bad guys. He's a low-level cultist. He is going to run away. So he's going to run into the wall here and just start getting the hell out of here. Probably take a dash action. Take care of some business. He left the toaster oven plugged in the break room. He's gotta go take care of that real quick. You know how it is. So that will be his turn. Let's see. There we go. All right, I think that works. Maybe. Nope. Hold on. Just trying to turn something on. All right. Macros are amazing until like they stop working, and they're very sad. Luck of the draw. He is going to using that tabaxi ness, just sort of make his way along. Point out that he has a decent strength score. He's got training in athletics. He looked up the strength calculator
like
online.
The jump calculator, yeah.
Yeah. He's insufferable. And he moves up here, and he's like,
Is this guy still surprised?
and I'll be like, well, and technically he hasn't gotten to act yet, so.
Well, then I'm gonna assassinate him.
And it's like, yeah. Great. Anybody that's excited about playing Assassin, I've played one. you get to be awesome for like 1 round, and then all the other rogues in the game are cooler than you for the rest of the fight. So just carry that with you as you move forward. So he's going to take a shot at this guy. Jesus Christ. But I don't think a 13 gets through his armor. So it's an incredible hit. Just hits this lizardfolk scale shield, and it just ting off the thing's armored hide. That's unfortunate. But he does point out that he is 30 feet above it. So he wants to make sure I know that. All right, water elemental, you're up.
All right, he's gonna make 2 slam attacks against this null.
Okay.
Hopefully it rolls it. Ooh.
Okay, a 15 is going to just hit the null. A 21 will definitely hit the null. It takes a total of 20 points of damage and is still alive, but bloodied.
Guess. I don't know if you want to shuffle.
You also want to check for your whelm recharge.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
But...
So D6. Oh, it's got it. All right,
cool. Well, next time.
Yeah,
next time.
No
next
worries.
Time.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, he'll stay there. That's fine.
Okay. It is the Hydra's turn. The Hydra is going to come out of its little hidey hole. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, sweet. There we go. And as the Hydra comes out, it looks around with its adorable little heads. It's so cute. Oh my god. Oh, that's the moon. Oh my god, my bad. Get over there,
Cool,
moon.
though.
Yeah. There we go. All right, so then it is going to attack the water elemental 4 times. So here we go, water elemental. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All right, they all hit. 7.
All right.
Let's see. Get my calculator
These are not magical attacks, though, water elemental.
out. Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so 7 plus 9 plus 9 plus
Well,
9.
I mean, not awesome for the Hydra, but sure.
All right, 36.
All right.
Total.
So you calculate all that out.
I got it.
Cultist number 17.12, reporting for duty. What are you going to do there, buddy? He's going to think real hard about his life choices. He is going to move to the edge of this here tower and see the action that's going on over there. And who does he have the best shot at? Probably this edgelord that's down in front, smashing skulls. So I think he will take... Oh, what? Are you serious? Let's see. Yeah, okay. He will take his light crossbow. It has a range of 80. I think you're just in range. Let's see. Yeah. And he's going to shoot at Pharos.
Oh no.
You'll be fine.
This guy's up on the roof.
Yeah,
All
it's hard to see because dynamic lighting is an imperfect beast.
No,
but
no worries.
he
I
is,
just want to tell Illyria that there's guys on the roof.
Oh, yeah. He is in the northernmost tower, and he's kind of sniping down right now. So, hold on a sec. I mean, it's not going to be that big a deal. They get a +3 to this, but there's no way to, like... anyways. Let's see. Oh, sorry. It's a plus... Yeah, it's a +3. That's correct. Okay. I think we got everything we need. Here we go. Pew pew. Oh, shit, bro.
Oh, damn.
I think your life is over.
Oh, my goodness.
He got minimum
Question with you.
damage critical hit. Minimal damage. I think if Pharaohs had a deity, it would be Timora if there was... because you are one lucky son of a bitch. All right. The cultist is going to drop prone to, because that's what you do.
Yeah.
So he gains a shitload of cover, and he's now prone as well.
I'm going to notice that and say,
Ian.
never mind.
Inside, spooky guy doing spooky stuff. He is going to summon some reinforcements. So he will be concentrating on that while he summons up an ally. Let's see, where is it? No, we need a grosser one than that. Nope, too gross. Yeah, that one works. All right, sweet. And then I have to roll that thing into initiative. Mm-hmm. All right, sweet. And he's now concentrating on that spell. Katyaru, you're up.
I think Kat looks at Nikolai. Nikolai's like, "Don't do anything." Kat's like, "Cool, I feel shitty already," and he'll take the dodge.
Fair enough. Always dodge if you got nothing else to do. Illyria, you're up.
All right, I'll move up here. Let's see what we got. Can't. Is there something like right here that I can't move it? Oh, there it goes. I will move my hunter's mark to.
Might want to kill the Hydra.
This guy's still alive?
Which guy?
This one was bloodied?
Oh, yeah. They are. Everybody over there is still alive. They don't have any red X's yet.
Alright, I'll move my hunter's mark to the Hydra.
Hype, okay.
And then I'll take one shot at the thing that's bloodied.
Okay, this adorable lizard folk over here. Okay. Oof.
Pebbles.
All right.
The pebbles. And then I'll take another shot at the Hydra.
Okay. But every time you get a pebble, that's another critical hit for Pharos.
Yeah, I think that's how it works, right? Just tossing pebbles over at Pharos. There you go.
Yeah. Thanks.
There we go.
There you go.
What can I
who was
say?
that second shot against? That was against the
second
Hydra?
shot was at the Hydra, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Anything else from Illyria?
No.
Alrighty. I guess these cultists are just going to take care of business inside their house. So that is what's going on in there. They're taking care of business in the house. Pharos, back to you.
All right, so I'll guess the next the guys that are like sniping at me like from like up here, right? Like up in this general area. I can't see
the guy that shot you. You can't really see him now because he dropped down behind the battlements. He dropped prone behind the battlements, but he was over here. And then there is a guy right here that is up on the battlements as well.
Okay. That's okay. I'll just move over to this next guy and whack him.
Okay. This guy this will be an auto crit if you hit because he is stroking out right now.
Cool.
Oof. Somehow.
The pebble.
Yes. Somehow you miss on the first one. You do hit on the second one, so it's a crit. So you get to add another D10 to that. Okay, so that did 11 points of damage and killed him because they're just entry level cultists. And then you kind of spin the halberd a little bit more, but this guy is done skis. At that point, you can free up your concentration, Tari, because you have no one else.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. All right. Anything else from Pharos?
Can I use like I was like right here, so can I just use like the rest of my movement to like get here, like around him, or is it supposed to be in range?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
And then I guess then I'll be done for that.
Okay. Let's see. Inside the building, stuff's going on, and we'll do readied action. which is I don't even know my own stuff. Oh yeah, it's this little orange checkmark thingy. Cool. All right. And then this chick, this professional businesswoman who's in the business of worshiping demons, she is going to cast a spell. She will cast a spiritual weapon.
Where is she?
Inside the building where you can't see her.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a cool looking spiritual weapon. I'll tell you what, looks really cool. And that will be her bonus action, and then her regular action is going to be to cast guidance. And she's going to cast guidance on a thing. So a thing's going to get guidance. Cool. All right. Skull, you're up.
I'll just summoning more Pokemon creatures. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. I have no reason to save it. I don't think I'll need it. Later.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon Gazer. His name is
Alright.
Kilgore.
Kilgore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought that would be suspicious. I'm just gonna toss it into the air, like over here if I can.
All right. Is it like you turn your hat backwards or sideways and cry out, "Kilgore, I choose you," or anything dramatic like that? Or
I don't have a hat. I'll just say "Get to work."
Okay.
And I'll toss it in the air.
all right, roll them into initiative.
Yeah. Action. I'll probably just move up a little bit, and that'll be my turn. Where is this sheet? Here we
Have
go.
you explained Kilgore to newcomers so they don't worry that a beholder is attacking the party?
Don't shoot the basketball.
Okay.
Don't call out.
Shoot the. What?
All right.
Yeah, but cool.
All right.
Or I'll move up and
fair
call
enough.
it out so everyone can hear me a little bit. That'll be my turn.
Okay, that sounds cool. All right. That brings us to this Knoll. Are you still alive, Knoll? You are. Okay. This is a Knoll. It's not too bright. It is going to, but it's not in melee. So I guess it's bright enough to not engage. Yeah. Okay. Nah, don't engage. It's stupid. All right. It's going to, with barking laughter, rush forward, shield in one hand, spear in the other, and it's just going to try and stab at you. Here you go. This is for Pharos. Total miss. And then it will 5e shuffle around to there, and that will be its turn. Nikolai, you're up.
Nikolai, like good barbecue. Fireball, I think again, please, Mr. Crash.
Okay. Let's see. I actually deleted the template. Not all the way, but I should have just moved off screen. Oh, there you go.
Let's see. So I think
Ooh, look at
that
that.
works.
This man plays
All right.
Tetris.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Fireball coming up. Sure.
Ooh.
All right. Another beefy fireball. Let's see how this goes down. Hydra needs to make a save. It does not. One of its heads is completely incinerated. All right. This guy, it doesn't matter if he makes a save or not. He is completely incinerated. Let's see what else we got here. I thought I moved it to the back. Oh, there we go. This guy, doesn't matter if he makes a save. He's completely incinerated. This guy up here, he might live. Let's see.
Guess I don't have to worry about you fireballing any eggs, whether to here or not, 'cause you won't have any more after this.
So this guy does make it, but that is quite a bit of damage. But he is still going. And the Hydra, let's see, is still going as well, but the Hydra is bloodied.
Let's see. What would Nikolai do? I mean, Nikolai is kind of a crazy guy. 5, 10, 15. 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna run.
Okay.
I'm getting flashbacks.
All right.
Don't worry, he won't go into it. I
Axel, don't
promise
go
he
that
won't
way.
run into its mouth.
Don't.
I totally promise.
The Hydra. Don't hug it. Doesn't love it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. This guy over here. He is up high in the tower. He is going to take a shot at. Yeah. I mean, there's a wizrobe. Like he'll take a shot at the wizrobe, I guess. Here we go. 22 for 5.
I'll cast shield.
Okay. So you use your action to throw up a shield and deflect the crossbow bolt. All right. This guy will not fall prone because there's a deadly looking catman over there. So that will be his turn. Tari, you're up.
I tell the Hydra to go braid the rest of its necks into a fucking Celtic knot or something. And
Oh, damn.
Mock it.
Hurting those feelings. All right. Let's see. You do hurt its feelings. All right. Give me that 2d4 damage.
Ah. Eesh. 4.
Okay. All right. Every little bit helps, and it will have disadvantage on its next attack. Okay. That brings
And then
us
I just want to just glance at these things here and see if I know anything about them, see anything, have noticed anything about them.
These are the thugs that have been traveling with you the whole time.
I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah, these are Prime Waters dudes.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
All right. Knoll number 9 is dead. Thug number 9 has arrived and is going to rush onto the scene and be like, "Oh my God, there's a Hydra," and is going to shoot it with his heavy crossbow. And he does. Congratulations, buddy. So he shoots it for 2 points of damage. All right. And then this lizardfolk who is somehow still alive is going to just rush forward at this nondescript dude and just start whooping his ass, I think. Oh, hype. Okay, that's good to know. All right. So he is going to make 2 melee attacks. First, he will Morningstar this guy. He does. And then he will bite this guy. And I think an 11 actually hits. Wow. Okay. So this guy takes a total of 12 damage. And that is that. All right. That brings us to Thug number 8. Thug number 8 is going to move in, and let's see what Thug number 8 is going to do. He is going to hit it with his mace twice, and I think 15 and 11 do not get through that thing's armor, so that is that. Cultist over here, dead. Cultist over there, alive, will fire down at Pharaohs. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And miss. All right, Spencer, you're up.
Okay, Spencer's gonna go down to where Pharaohs is.
Okay.
Is this just all?
Yeah, he's currently inside like the wall itself. Like there's like a little crawl space. So yeah, if he comes out and around, he should be able to get over to him.
Okay.
It's a pain in the ass map, for sure. But yeah, so basically if you just popped out right there you go.
30,
Charge.
35. Yeah, he's gonna charge.
All right.
Charge.
Aw.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Spencer.
Yeah, as you charge, you just kind of like slip in the mud a little bit, and with like awkward honk, you just kind of get a face full of mud. And do not connect.
Okay.
Just stop right in front of it. Oh.
Fair enough. All right, Thogrum.
All right. Well, seems to be going very well. I'm gonna bonus action move this over and spiritual weapon the knoll that's still alive.
All right, go for it. Yeah, that's a hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
11 points. The crits are not being kind to us. Luckily, the draw took it all in his first attack. 11 points of damage is good, but the knoll is still going.
Okay. And then I'm going to move. How far is the drop off? I'm assuming like right here.
You have reached a height of about 25 feet on this busted wall. So 25 feet down to the ground, or you have enough strength you could hop over here if you wanted to be on the wall. The wall itself is 30 feet. That would take you over to the top of the tower if you wanted to head that way.
I think I'm going to have to move over here with the...
Leo.
Or how many... I don't know, this is a weird question. How much action has been over here? Like, does it seem like there's been more than just the knoll? Because I know.
I mean, there's a guy you can see from your elevation. There is a guy over here that is taking shots down at Pharaohs.
Okay.
And you can also see from your elevation. Well, I guess you can't because you dropped down below the battlements. But there was an attack that came from the north tower as well.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna try to. How high is the battlements right here?
This would be 30 feet if you wanted to stay elevated. So you'd be just kind of jumping over and up like 5 feet,
Okay,
which,
I'm gonna...
even though you're a dwarf, you have training in athletics and a decent strength score. You should be able to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over this way. And this is all flat. This portion right here is all flat. I'd have to go down. Can I go down like this way, or do I need to go down?
Oh, yeah, you could head down this way if you wanted to.
6, 5, 10, and then 15, 20.
Sure.
25. Okay. And then I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right. We actually have an adorable little marker for that now. It's in there somewhere. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So you're concentrating on that. Sweet.
And
that's your turn. Okay. Let's see. The door. Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah, this guy's gonna move up, do something to the door. Okay. This thug right here is going to move over here and just take a crossbow shot at that lizard folk. He doesn't want to get into combat with him. 17 is going to be just enough, and that will finish off that lizard folk.
Phew.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Whew.
Okay. That brings us to top of the round again. It is 12:09. I know we started a little bit late. Do you guys want to try to do one more round, or do people need to go get sleep, that kind of thing? Because I'm okay with doing one more round if you want to see how far this can go. But if you want to just kind of stop here at the top of the round, we can continue next week.
But either way.
Yeah, I'm happy
I
to
can
call
keep
it
going.
now, but if everybody
Oh,
wants
okay.
to keep going, I can keep going.
Yeah, I'm flexible. Which is not helpful.
All right. Well, in that case, rather than have something incredibly surprising happen this round that we really get excited about seeing, this might be this might be a good time to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for going the extra though.
So
Yeah.
So we will leave off here, and we will continue mid-battle next week. You guys have this well in hand. Yeah, very, very, very well done. Very well executed. I wouldn't stress about it at all this week. Think about all the other wonderful stuff. Think about all the dancing you're going to do at that party. Yeah, but other than that, I think we're good. Does anybody have any questions or anything before we adjourn for the evening?
Ooh, wait, how does fall damage work again?
It's 1d6 per 10 feet.
Okay.
If you are like trained in athletics, I would allow an athletics check to reduce the damage because I'm trying to find more ways to use athletics. I've got a guy in Skull and Shackles that is a rogue, and he took expertise in acrobatics. It's the first time I've ever seen it ever. So I keep making up all these reasons for him to roll acrobatics because I feel bad because I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So like every other turn I'm like, roll acrobatics. So yeah. But it's helping me come up with more ways that acrobatics could be used. So
I wanted, I was thinking about dimension dooring myself somewhere arbitrarily high to like strike someone on the head.
Oh, to dragoon drop on them? Yeah. A popular thing is to use dimension door against somebody's will, and you dimension door really high in the air, and then let go of them, and then you let them fall 500 feet to their death.
Ouch.
There's all kinds of wacky stuff with magic. So, as you guys are already starting to see, as you come into your full balloon of mid-level play. So you're really in the sweet spot of 5th edition now. Levels 5 to 12, I mean, they're really like the juiciest, like just the best. It's the best part of 5th edition, are these like 7 levels between 5 and 12. They're so good. Once you get to like 13, shit starts to get real complicated. But until then, oh man, it is really nice. All right, any other questions? Nope. All right.
So.
Well, fun game, good role playing, excellent tactical combat, and we will find out next week how it all shakes out. And I think more than likely you could probably just go from your current location to Daggerford. So I will get lots of Daggerford travel brochure information ready, so you guys can explore a slightly different town, unless you just decide, hey, we're gonna go back to Saltmarsh or whatever. But you're already at like halfway there at this point. Might as well, go the rest of the way. All right, night everybody.
Have a good
Yeah.
night.
Nate, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Good day, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Like-
Later.